Okay, here we go. We
Oh,
are covering the coverage of the LA protests today because that's a little bit more important than Scientology right now. So let me see if I can get this going. He's making people dizzy. I'm watching Streets, Jess, and someone called,
Yeah, we have to go all the way back around. Lovely. All right.
just having to mute those. Someone called, what's his name? I can't find the word. There it is. Um, Mercado Media. He seems to be like a protest guy. He said he was at Portland.
hello, Fuzz.
Hi, Fuzz. So this will be interesting, I'm sure. Ugh, here we go
Oh,
again.
I'm
But
off center. So
you're
how
off.
is that?
Yeah, you are off center.
Should I be?
You're off center and I'm egg colored. I mean, we can't get around it. So let's see.
Need to do this.
Here we go. Oh, I can't do two people at once on the.
Oh, that's all right. You don't need me for.
If I had my choice, I could do you and not me.
No, yeah. On
Okay,
that view, it's just you.
let's see.
Oh, now I'm okay. Now I'm too.
How do I? Is it going to do that for me? I'm playing with it here. See if that worked. Okay. And now it's can turn these on. My first time, people.
Oh, what you're doing, but
What?
you move the captions down.
Show me. The street's looking for something else right now. Mercado. Mercado? Yeah. He's
You selected that instead of.
oh,
Yeah,
I selected this.
yeah. Move that back up where it was. Yeah, just drag that up to the top. It'll snap to the upper left. There you go. Probably. Yeah. Okay.
Oh no, no, it doesn't. Ah, first time for everything.
I'm trying to select the browser. Yeah, there. You have to click it maybe twice. There you go. Now you can move it.
I wanted it to be like that.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, Streets is going from somewhere to somewhere else. I should bring up Mercado actually. Um,
Hello, Carrie Ann.
so watching things going on there, can hear the helicopters here. I figure we're fine until we hear a long train whistle because the train runs on the streets in Jacqueline Square.
It's, you mean if it's blasting, that means the tracks are blocked, or
Yep,
if it's
that means
blasting,
it.
that means trains are running through.
Yeah, no, if it's blasting, it means the trains are
Yeah.
blocked, and then you'll hear nothing else after that.
Face. You're protesting the fact you have to get up and pee because you have kittens.
Yep. Let's see.
Welcome to the world of being a cat man. But good to see you,
So
No Face.
yeah, this one's Mercado. Let's see what we can do with this one. He's the one who's got the. How do I make that bigger? Let's see. Nope, too big. But he seems to be the one with the like most interesting stuff. IRT Media, I think, is a right wing thing. So
Cat face.
cat face is cat face.
He's just saying cat face. Oh, I thought I already turned. Okay.
What?
One of the other mods did what I thought I already did,
Oh,
but
okay.
I guess not.
So I don't know how to make him bigger. And I actually don't know I can't see what I'm doing. So I need to bring it up on this computer.
Mm.
So yeah, they're not close, I think, because um I know Street's eyes were burning from yesterday. So
Oh, from
just even at wafting over. So
from tear gas?
yep.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
not tear gas. What do they call it?
Oh,
because it's not legitimate tear gas.
Yeah, but it has similar, crowd
Ah,
control.
there we go. Now I can hear
Okay.
myself too.
Yeah, thanks, No Face. The reason we're at home instead of out there in San Francisco is just for safety, as well as this is more important than Scientology.
Yeah, it was like I wanted to show that this is in front of the federal building. So, and yeah, a lot of people are getting their streams blocked, so it's all sort of all over the place. You come here for a second. Show me how.
Helicopter circling
We have
Jack London
helicopters
Square,
circling.
and it's
So
been doing that for the last 20 minutes.
yeah, so I'm not sure. How do I get it to where I can just have his picture?
Whose picture?
This guy's right here.
Oh, you'd have to, I don't know what, make that bigger, and then yeah, that's going to be harder.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm trying.
yeah.
Nope. Come on. Oh, that's yesterday. Yeah, and yesterday was not nearly as bad as they made it sound on the legacy media. It was so bizarre. It was like, that isn't it, because that's where Streets and Jessica were yesterday. So
Not pepper spray, but something
maybe I'll try IRC.
similar
I don't
potency.
want to, but I will. So yeah, you talk and tell everybody about yesterday.
Well, if you don't know, Ace, was only sent to, blue cities. ICE was not sent to anywhere out in rural America. So go figure. Clearly, it's revenge rather than actual, um, trying to fix a problem. But yeah, National Guard. I don't know where they are now, but they were not in LA
Oh,
last
they're there
night.
now. No,
They're
they're
there now.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah, but they weren't there when people were told they were there. So they were not involved with quelling anything last night in LA.
And that was the thing that was getting to people.
Yeah, yeah, there are obviously lots and lots of people down there covering it. So they're all, yeah, fighting for bandwidth in the streets of downtown. That's for sure.
See if I got this one right.
So brain fog is
Trying to get it
trying to give you,
centered.
yeah, a little bit of a update
This is the
from our
IRT guy.
perspective. Yeah, and recommending which channels seem to be
Oops.
having the best coverage.
Excuse that. Obviously, I'm not going to be monetized today.
Oh,
So,
so we can swear as much as we want.
well, no, I mean, look at what I'm looking at right now.
Okay, yeah, I see. And our Secretary of Defense said, if the National Guard isn't enough, we'll call in the Marines, which you really can't do.
Which my two cousins who are Marines probably are screaming at the television right now, and that's not because they're left wing. It's because you don't use the Marines for this.
Domestic law enforcement, no, the military is not
The
for that.
Marines are, and those are the ones who would probably say "F you" because that's not what happens, but would do it anyway because they have to.
Don, little trip down memory lane has me in my feelings. I sent you a file. Yes, thank
Yes.
you.
Thank
And how
you.
much of the footage I can handle a little focus on the chat.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the other thing.
totally.
We're here as usual to, uh,
I guess you can,
hang out,
Faith,
just
if
hang
I
out with
get
each other
yanked.
through this for at
If
least for an hour.
if I get yanked, I get yanked, but I don't see
Yeah.
why I would at this point because it's covering protest stuff.
Yeah, Bob agreed. Hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Yeah, owning the libs. That's pretty much what it's about. Punish the blue areas for daring to speak out against this action.
In California because he hates California.
Oh yeah.
So
Ooh, I'm going to call him Mayor Newscum. Ooh. Yeah. Is that like the stuff you learned in third grade in the playground?
somebody on Mercado's feed, and he reiterated it since he knows about this stuff, is that somebody said um, that this is classic 2025.
Project
Yeah,
2025.
Project
Yeah.
2025.
Yeah. Probably.
So I'm going to be doing sometime tonight, probably not live, uh, Ultifa reading a Project 2025
Ah, yes.
because that's just freaking bizarre.
And oh, did I say hello again, Bob? Yes.
See if we can get Jess in here.
No face. That's up to you. But I don't know what curse words are
What?
in
Okay,
No, I
in
wasn't.
no
I was
the.
biggie,
looking for a
Pam.
scooter.
Take
Okay,
care of
yeah,
yourself.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so Dawn is
Ush, we got a text.
All right, we have to
yes,
find a scooter now. I'm not
We're missing a
walking anywhere
mod.
else.
yes.
So,
Oh, look at you, John.
You shushed me.
Look at you. Okay.
well, it was a text. That's
Yeah, no, I know.
yeah. I warned Jess in streets that I'd be. Well, I warned Jess that I'd be retweeting,
Yep.
and I warned
God, I
streets
hope
that
this
I'd
is the
be
right way.
restreaming.
Ah, welcome back, Stella. So you are not in the US. You're in Europe. That's good to know.
Usually it is for a demonstration got out of control, but no, this is not. This is to
It's
cause
not even
stuff.
showing me that I'm walking closer, so this is pointless.
Hold on, let me mute her. This is for causing problems. If they pick on you and cause you to be violent, then it's the protesters' fault. It's not the police's fault. And the police have done this forever where they start crap. Um, During the George Floyd's,
Hmm.
was it Minnesota last
That
year?
was, yeah.
They caught people setting places on fire that had nothing to do with the protesters. They were all in black and lighting fires and with the masks on and everything. So there's a big undercurrent about the fact that we think that there are people on the outside causing crap on the inside, which makes the police do something. Um, the police, where am I now? Why is that showing?
Hello, Professor. Welcome.
Oh, that's showing up on his. That's why. So yeah, when you see the cops there, that means that the National Guard's not there. So supposedly they're like uh, teaming out, doing the slap and changing like every hour or 20 minutes or something. So yeah, the National Guard has not taken complete control like he said it would. And Streets have found at least one cop that he was regularly messing with or messed with him. So it was interesting earlier. So yeah, that's what's going on right now, which means they're basically standing until they tried before when we first started, they were trying to antagonize them and it obviously didn't work because that's the same area that just got gassed. So um it didn't get them to go. So daytime is usually good for protesters, nighttime isn't because that's when the little thugs come out and do start crap. So remember that one guy that got indicted for 34 felonies and didn't go to jail because Musk bought him immunity?
Oh, Becky. Becky's joining us.
Hi, Becky.
Thank you for your coverage last night,
Yes,
Becky.
thank you for your coverage last night.
Very
That was
helpful to see
awesome.
what's going or what things really look like there.
Yeah,
I
that
mean, sorry. Thank you, Becky, for your coverage last night. It was very informative.
it's the voice. Yeah, I'm going between Streets, Mercado, and Jazz right now. Uh, Mercado seems to be the one to stick with. Is that who I'm on? No, IRT Media is the one I'm sticking with right now, which I think is probably a right wing thing, but you know what? You got to show what you got to show. So
Pippi Longstocking, hello.
that's where, hi, Pippi Longstocking. So that's where IRT is, because everybody's in a different spot. So, and I can't get streets to come up for some reason. Try again.
Stella, just curious, where are you since you're not here in the US? If you want to tell us. You can also say none of our business.
Yeah, you can always say none of our business. Oh, sorry, that's just the commune home.
Yeah.
Aha. Let's.
Sweden. Ah, okay.
That
Good,
would make sense.
good to know. I was in Gothenburg about 5 years ago in September of 2019 and had a wonderful time there. It was on business, but I've been to your country exactly once.
This is streets going through under Film the Police LA, as you see in the bottom,
Yep.
because he's got 2 channels. And that's why I also didn't do it on Ultifa, because you know what, Club Brain Fog is my channel, so I can really do what I want to do if I want to.
Oh, a new name is here.
So
Thought God was in the room for a sec.
yeah, I know, Clark. I try to avoid that. That's why I'm going to work on being able to get. Actually, you know what? Duh.
Oh, you can just hide the chat.
I could just hide the chat.
Yeah, there we
Really
go.
dangerous.
Yep. Thanks, Clark. That was a helpful reminder. Yeah,
You will put
Christy
streets up
Gnome.
though. Yeah.
Yeah, Christy. I know. It's like Christy Gnome gives gnomes a bad name, with all respect to George.
Actually, you know what? Let's get rid of the comments on everybody but us.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
I'm just trying
Stella.
to get
Yeah,
it
thank you.
into proportion. Yeah, you don't think about that until you're like getting dressed going, oh, I should do this, that, and the other. So yes, I'm not sure where this is. You can look it up. Probably not supposed to tell, so I won't.
No, no face and no name are sorry. No face and new name are not the same person. Yes,
Right.
we sometimes forget, but thank you for reminding us.
Yeah, we figured that one out.
Christine Holmes' Lee press on fatigues. Yeah, the ultimate cosplayer.
It did a back thing on me and also muted.
And our helicopter is still, yeah, there's been a Oakland Police Department helicopter circling very, very near us because we're right across the estuary.
Yeah, the whole new subdivision is like right across from the estuary because it used to be part of the Navy Yard. And the thing is that Jack London Square, which it's right across from, is very Broadway would be 10 blocks down the street. So,
Yeah,
and they're small blocks. So it's Old
if it
City.
weren't for water, we could probably just walk over there easily.
If it weren't for water, we'd be in the protest.
Yeah.
So,
So the Oakland Police Department is monitoring that part of town pretty heavily.
yeah, I have got the BFF on message over here to tell me what's going on because she's keeping an eye on it because she's originally from LA. So I told her she has to like tell me other things than the neighborhoods because I don't know the
Yeah.
neighborhoods. And as Becky knows, there are tons of neighborhoods. Apparently, there were 2 big events in Inglewood. Can you imagine how crazy it's going to be here during the Olympics? Oh,
Yeah.
that's this year?
Yeah, it's there. And as Pippi says, many countries don't want to come here.
It's going to
So,
be like Moscow in the
oh, what year?
I have one of the bear. I had one of the bears too. The Moscow Olympics that everybody boycotted. It'll be the same thing because it'll just be the American
Yeah.
Olympics that everybody
Yeah,
boycotted because
that
that's how you remember
could
it.
very well happen.
So,
Yeah, I'd love to see California withhold tax revenue. Yeah, I've seen rumors that, I don't know if that could actually happen, but
how do I look up
people are saying
conditions?
conditions
Driving conditions
oh down there.
in maps. Yeah.
Just bring up Google Maps and bring up the traffic view, and it'll show you what streets are red versus green or yeah, red, green, or yellow.
Okay. Yeah, Becky, I need to give you my text or my phone number
Oh,
because
yeah,
the
Moscow and 80, right?
yeah, 80.
Thanks, Adam. Yeah, we knew we knew you'd have it.
The BFF, there's a way to know where the protests are.
Ah, right. You told me that.
Yeah. So I'm actually trying to figure it out right now. Are we on somebody? Yes. Who are
Okay.
we on? Why isn't it showing?
Fog is learning how to be a video director at this point.
So they're going to circle around back to the federal building. I don't know if they're going to be ready for it. There's enough cops.
Streets.
Yeah, as we're doing bits and pieces of things.
Learning.
Stream.
I'm learning on the job.
Yes, exactly. On the job training. So did we just say hi to Good Vibes? Oh, Good Vibes is here. Hi, Good
Hi, good
Vibes.
vibes.
Yep.
Oh, and Fuzz, I was
That's
thinking,
the
you know
same
what?
lady who was giving Jessica a hard time earlier. told her she wasn't allowed to be here.
You know, it would have been cool because it's also the Pride Parade today, and I wonder if they start theirs like San Francisco does with Dykes on Bikes. Wouldn't it be cool if they all went to like the protest and freaked out the freaking National Guard because they don't wear tops? That would have been awesome.
And we think our Pride Parade is next Sunday.
Yeah, and people, I was watching Jess do it because it was interesting, and it makes me smile. And then somebody said, "There's stuff happening." Oh, look, stuff happening. Oh yeah, get rid of the chat. Bye, chat.
Oh, right. Streets is the other. Yeah, well, that's the channel he's on, right? Film the Police,
And
obviously
he's on
not
the ground. So
not not Audit or LA
if
or Scientology Audit.
if he's not on what's going on, I can always come to where it is going on. Oh, look, nothing like a little police bashing.
Hi, Brian. Thanks for checking in.
They've got the gas going. I wonder how they got the it's probably a kid. These are probably all kids, unfortunately. Um, and the helicopter's going on above us. I've actually opened the windows for a reason to
Yeah, so we know.
yeah, and in Jack London Square in Oakland, the train is on the ground, the real train, Amtrak.
No,
The car.
our Pride Parade is not till the end of the month.
Oh wow, it used to
So
be on Father's Day.
yeah, I know, the 28th and 29th. Okay.
Father's Day, and it was so
Yeah.
funny. He used to offer to take my dad a couple of times. He's just looking at me going, "Really?"
Not really his thing.
No, does have gay friends for real. Um, but it was just like because I had told him about Dykes on Bikes before. It's like that's just wrong.
Pet your cat.
Pet my cat,
Yes.
little cat. She's here. I've rescued her.
Did you say hi to Nebulous? Did you acknowledge
Hi,
Nebulous?
Nebulous. Sorry, I haven't said hi to anybody because I'm trying to figure out. Just wondering what the message is supposed to be. If people protest, doesn't that mean the Department of Homeland Security will step in? No. Department of Homeland Security is not for protesters, it's for terrorists. So, these are not considered terrorists. Oh, look, they're carrying somebody away by their arms. Oh, good. LA is back to being normal.
Stella, we agree. This is very over dramatic.
Well, the cops are making it that way. People are protesting because um they're taking people from check-ins at the customs houses, and they're taking people from schools and or children from schools and people from their, you know, I think the only thing they haven't done yet, Becky, you'd know this, are they in churches yet like they were last time? Churches are supposed to be sanctuaries.
In getting people out of
Yeah, churches
going into churches to get
churches are
people.
supposed to be sanctuaries where they're not allowed in, but the last time Trump was
Yeah.
around, they went into churches. They just didn't keep going in churches. It's not constitutional, no. Well, it is with these guys because think of regular protests, quote unquote. Um, but those black cars make me wonder, those are government cars, aren't they?
Soon they would be. You mean like,
Who
which branch?
they said they're police, but you know what? I don't see police on their
Oh, the
vests.
ones I see, the ones with the
Yeah.
black, van or
The
SUV
black
vans.
no,
Yeah.
look at the black outfit.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
let's see,
Yeah, it's not clear, at least from that view.
gotta get Mercado
Yeah,
up.
Becky says no, not in churches yet.
They did last time.
Hmm.
That was crazy. That even made me want to go like sit outside of uh the vagina and protest. There is a big cathedral in Oakland that was made after the original church burned down, or no, it's collapsed in the earthquake, and the it.
Oh, you're gonna show it? Okay, I think you've showed it before, but yeah, let's remind people.
Whoops, no, wrong one. Where am I? I've got a keyboard that does all three keyboards. My phone, my
Yeah,
he doesn't know how I can do it.
I know. Oh,
So
somebody is wait, already at the National Guard is at the Federal Building in okay.
it is called the Cathedral of Christ. People call it Our Lady of the Vagina. All that money to have something like that. And knowing the Catholics as an ex-Catholic, I
Oh my
don't think
God.
they meant that.
Becky just gifted 5 memberships.
Becky, you rock.
Becky, thank you so much. That is very, very cool of you. So yeah, any of y'all that are just received your membership, give Becky a thank you.
Yes. And I am doing this not for the clicks, is because this is the way my brain works. I I grew up in Oakland. I grew up in East Oakland. When Becky was driving around yesterday, I was like, I totally understand where she's coming from, because it's like, yeah, they do it on purpose to say that the poor immigrant people, people of not the white color are starting all this crap, and it's bull. Where I grew up in East Oakland for my first 10 years, it was like suburbia. It was the weirdest thing. And my dad, my stepdad, who's my dad, is white, 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 white. So he was in the military. My mom was a bookbinder, so we were middle class, and it was like that's the way those neighborhoods are. And Becky lives in South Central, and she's always saying, "I live in South Central," and it's not just poor people; it's people of the disappearing middle class. But if you can get the whole neighborhood started, then it'll be, oh, we need to go do this. So it's crap, basically. So this is Mercado. Um, and I just found him today by accident, because Jess and Streets were going from the Pride Parade to the protests, and Streets was at the protest because he wanted to yell at Karen Bass.
Yeah.
Or not the protest, the parade. But that's funny, because it's like, duh, you actually go to these things because they make you happy too. So I'll probably do the parade. Maybe we'll wake up early for the parade this year, because it should be, weirdly enough, pretty empty. Because there'll be other.
Yeah.
That's the Actually, it's the last week of the month, so it might be. Yeah, on Mercado's thing, the first time somebody was making nasty comments, and I said, "You wouldn't like the big pink triangle on the hill in San Francisco, which you can see everywhere because it's right near Twin Peaks." So I've loved that. That triangle's been there forever, as far as I'm concerned. Last year was only on for the weekend, though, the weekend of the parade. That's it.
Okay.
Mm, hot flash.
Well, Becky
Uh,
said exactly. So
yeah, yeah. No, that's why I can talk about this stuff too. It's like, the like I always say, the speech patterns, the accent is 3 years, 3 days a week in a public school being taught not to speak like Cindy Brady. That's why I sound like a newscaster. But I came from East Oakland, then I went to tip of East Oakland, and that's where I spent my first 17 years. So, mm-mm. Hell, my first neighborhood had a tiger,
real tiger.
leopard. God, I forgot what.
No,
Oh, it was a tiger.
you always said tiger.
My
Yeah.
mom was washing dishes because we had a pantry, and all of a sudden she goes, "Oh my God, I saw the tiger." And I'm like, "What?" We had a tiger like around the block. Guy had this corner house, and it had all these trees that covered everything, and supposedly he had a tiger. Now, this is 1975. Okay. So we had a tiger. We had one of the Panthers, I call it assisted living, like multi dwellings on the corner, because it was one of the old fashioned places that had apartments, and that was for mothers and children. We had the Red Dragon Motorcycle Club. If you come back down the street and go block that direction, and then we had the candy makers a block away this direction. That's what it was like growing up. It wasn't some scary, sitting there with a gun thing in East Oakland. And so that's why it's like, I always explain, I know what I'm talking about, unfortunately. So sucks, honestly. But yeah, see this guy, Mercado guy. Now this is at the Fed building. Or actually it says Alameda and Aliso. So it's just divided all over the place. And this one is calm and quiet, and then there's that one that is not calm and quiet. Where are these people from? Becky, do you know? because they came in black vans or the SUVs.
Oh,
They came
the
in the black SUVs.
authorities.
Yeah, the guys that don't have anything that says cops on them. They came in the black vans.
In the end, we did not know you had a speech impediment as a kid, but
I always tease and say I got this before Prop 13, which was a big tax cut in California and also screwed the schools. So we used to get pencils and crayons and books and everything. And then after Prop 13, we were lucky if we did. So books went to, I think they're like 5 or 6 years where they're made new. We had books every year. So yeah, this is from public school before Prop 13. So which is fine because I sound like my white family.
hello, absolutely, Jason. Thank you for tuning in.
I was teasing yesterday about Becky trying to get home because it was like they kept having to circle these roads. And my joke was, don't you hate it when the road is still closed hours later? Because they'll keep it closed till like the morning. That's the thing. That's the sucky part. Is you get a road closed, you're screwed. So I just, I would just get tired and go around it. But I was a kid then too. So when something would happen. Yep, taxpayers being dehumanized in plain sight.
Yeah, yeah, these are,
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. There is no welfare queen. There is no people living on the dole in somebody's basement, unless you want to talk about the Midwest. Sure ain't
oh
happening
yeah,
in,
with Medicare benefits not working and just playing video games.
yeah, that's
Like
not here.
it doesn't happen.
No.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry, but uh, Latin families don't let their kids sit in the basement when they can get a job. Sorry. And I'm sure it's the same way with everybody who grows up in certain areas. It's like, no, go get a job and help us with rent. You can't stick around. You get to college, hell yeah. But no. So it's like these people pay taxes. These people are normal. I'd be living where I grew the second part of my growing up if there wouldn't have been a drive-by. So unfortunately, if there was a drug dealer that nobody knew about who raised his ugly head and got shot out twice. Sucked. My dad suggested to move, and we did because he's the one who gave me my house. But it sucks. It got quiet. It was just one weekend, which really ticked me off. I always say that it was because it started costing more to redo the house. But no, if it would have been, if that wouldn't have happened, I could have convinced Papa Cat and my father or my dad that we're going to stay in that house. So
new name. Yeah, we sadly agree with you about American politics. And what it's doing to family members is just ridiculous.
yeah. Uh, and the brother who now lives in Palo Alto, he remembers it too because he actually is 7 years older than me. So he had the stuff from the 60s.
Yeah.
So
I was in high school before Prop 13.
who was?
Clark.
Oh my God, Clark, you're
Yeah.
kidding. You're totally, telling us how old you are now.
Yep. High school? No, I don't think so.
We had driver's ed in 85 or 80, the 80s. We had in
Yeah.
the early 80s too. We still had driver's ed. We still had blood on the sidewalk or blood on the pavement. We had all that stuff.
Red asphalt.
Red asphalt.
Yeah.
It was a summer course, but you could take it for free. And that was the thing about Prop 13 too. It closed a lot of community centers. Um, because I grew up with 4-H and community centers, which was hilarious telling people about our vegetable patch across the street from our school because of 4-H, and people are like, "What?" The guy who owned the vacant lot actually gave it to 4-H for the summer so we could grow things. So I learned how to plant a garden when I was 9. And they just give me that look like, and I'm like, yeah, 4-H existed in Oakland and I learned how to garden there. Okay. So yeah, people have very different ideas. The welfare queen was started by Reagan on purpose. There was no such thing. There was no such thing as a black woman with 7 children living off her children in a project, besides the fact there aren't any projects that big, um, and driving Cadillacs and what else was it? But yeah, it's like, no, I had never seen one. Nobody I knew had ever seen one. It's just like, and they came out with it, what, 10, 15 years ago, that it was something that Reagan's cabinet made up.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, that's from definitely from Reagan, and then they've rebranded it with new names.
Yeah, they just rebranded it now. Now it's people who want Medicare and
Yeah, no disrespect to you, new name. I was just saying new name.
ah, but yeah, it's like our our food people that do food drives, luckily enough, got to move before everything started getting cut off. So people are really supporting them. Our food bank in Alameda, which probably helps Oakland too. Um, the one thing about Alameda is that it does have a very um, contributing aspect to it. It's very good about overflowing into West Oakland. So that we have going for us. That's one of the few things I like about Alameda is that it does do that. So yeah, the garden I'm supporting, sponsoring that we should go help weed, overflow is going to be given to the food bank. So because that's one of the point about food banks is you want to give fresh things to them so they can give them out so the kids can have them. Because otherwise you wind up with a bunch of 5 foot tall, messed up, always sick kids because they're malnourished. So
Clark is a boomer.
okay,
Join the club, Clark.
Adam, you're a weirdo.
You get live eels.
Oh, Bob, that's perfect. Elect a clown, expect a circus.
Yeah,
Absolutely
definitely.
perfect. So, MD Media, okay. But yeah, no, it's like I have all these explanations because I grew up with it. That's the thing. Like my first husband said, I thought you had money. It's like, no, I just sound like it. So Phil and the police is going somewhere. Let's see where he's going. He should be talking eventually.
Listen, absolutely agree with you. Absolutely, Jason.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it should have been settled with Hillary, and then we had our second chance, and the
Oh, here we go. We're popping them off again.
Oh, red pavement was a Tony Hawk thing. Okay. Red asphalt was definitely the
street sounds funny.
driver's ed film.
Um,
What's going
Oh,
on,
that's right.
man?
He's on his bike. Yeah, he's on his
no,
bike.
he gets scooters.
Oh, he's got a
He's got a
scooter.
What?
car, but
Yeah.
Somewhere around here.
I was gonna
I
say,
don't
where
even
was
know.
Jess? Because they came in together.
Oh, okay.
That was a rubber bullet. Streets has one from he got hit yesterday.
You showed it on camera, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It looked
In
like
the Lagers.
it didn't look like what I thought it would look like. It looked like just kind of like a washer or a grommet.
Yeah, and Becky said, in Beverly Hills, I did see patients on Medicare with Medi-Cal on benefits and driving a Mercedes. They put their assets under their kids' names and claim property. Right. So honestly, it wasn't the ones in the projects. It was the ones in the really nice houses who've been avoiding taxes for most of their lives. And that's how they do it. They find tax shelters and they give it to their kids and you can write it off. Of course, when my dad gave me my house, we didn't do it right because we were stupid and we wound up all paying just tons of taxes on it. So that was annoying. It's like, yeah, and in Beverly Hills, it's like Becky said it last night. There are probably so many illegals in Beverly Hills because they're being maids and gardeners and everything else. They're never going to touch Beverly Hills. Oh no, they're going to touch South Central. They're going to touch Torrance. Let's see where else. Uh, because the BFF grew up in, she showed me where it was, LA. I can't remember where it was yesterday, but she was telling me today because I told her I can't, I unmuted her because she was right. Pasadena and, oh yeah, see if you can figure it out on maps.
Well, what the
Road conditions.
Okay.
You check out road conditions on
Clark,
Google.
was that directed at me, by the way? I was someone said,
Yeah.
"Hey, what's Keith Olbermann doing on your second camera?"
And the cops are trying to get people off of the overpasses earlier because they're probably using the reason of that people would throw things at the cars. And no, it's not to throw things at the cars. It's to hold up signs that say, uh, free the migrants. And yeah, they don't cover the fact that they're zip tying 13-year-old children.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. So yeah, no, it's like, you know what? There are illegal aliens everywhere, and there aren't as many as you think, and they aren't here to take your freaking job. What they're doing is they're doing the job you don't want. So even if they got rid of them all, I would love to see, uh, white families picking strawberries. That will never happen. That's why crops are being decimated, is because nobody's picking them, because the guys who come up here and the families who come up here for 4 months out of the year, 6 months out of the year, are not coming up here because it's dangerous. So that's the thing about also being California. It's like, I know these things.
So what did you say the tag was, or what's the thing on the map? Oh, you're gonna tell me. Okay, because I'm not sure which how to look for that particular thing, but I am
If
working
you,
on it.
I'll give you the phone too.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Mm-mm.
Armenian, Russian, Indian, Persian are all business owners and are also undocumented. Yep. We had an illegal alien in my family. My aunt's mom, who was from Great Britain, she came over one year to visit, and my aunt went, "Oh, hell no, you're not going back." So we kept her. She was an illegal immigrant for probably 10 years. So she passed away here. And it's like, they aren't all brown, and they aren't all from Mexico, and they aren't all from, well, now it's not just Mexico. Now it's anything south of America.
Oh yeah, the other week, or someone in Fox was talking about like all the Mexican countries.
Mexican countries?
Mexican countries. It just shows how they don't.
Tell a Latin snob that they belong to a Mexican country when they belong to something like Chile.
Yeah,
Good luck.
exactly. Like, Peru is a Mexican country. Like,
Hmm.
uh-huh. Yeah,
Oh my
nice
God.
try.
Well, they are. I think that's Adam said American abroad will soon discover that they are not expats, they're immigrants that may be expelled. They're already threatening to expel people. So that's the thing. They're already threatening to expel, God, where is it? I want to say it was like France, which is hilarious because it has a really big migrant population of Americans. And they said it's just as easy to get rid of them as uh oh great, now we've list both of them. Back to IRT. Actually, let's go to him.
Marianne, I wasn't kidding. I actually saw that about
This guy's locked in
Mexican
by the Mexican
countries. I'm going to try
cameras,
to look it
sucking
up.
up his bandwidth.
There's a sign. Wonder what it says. This is the helicopters. They had to go
They're shutting
regas.
they're shutting the freeway down. Well, if you have to travel on the 101, GG's on that. You're not doing it.
That's also why we're here, just in case they stop the bridge. I've been in the front of one of those.
Carrie Ann, I'll send it to you
Yeah,
privately just so you can
they're
see
getting
it.
ready to rally. They're rallying.
Becky said they aren't taking jobs. We are sending them overseas. When was the last time you called a company and their customer service rep spoke English that you understood? Yes. And guess what, though? White people will probably get those jobs because they're coming back, because people are tired of uh, the, I guess, the second generation of immigrants. So, because, or not immigrants, but customer service, because um, the ones who spoke perfect English are now leaving because they're getting education and office, experience and stuff. So you will hear more people who don't speak the perfect English. They're taught it. Chinese, that's one of the running jokes, is you couldn't tell if there was a Chinese infiltrator because he spoke perfect English. So the one way you can tell is that they speak perfect English in an American accent, which is bizarre. So And Becky, oh, who did wound up with the memberships?
Oh,
Cobalt Friend,
I can tell you, it was Dusty, Cobelf, August, Antics, and New Name.
yay!
Yep.
Cool, thank you again, Becky.
Yes, thank you again, Becky.
But see, this is also why I understand Becky because I went through it. I'd still be going through it if I didn't have to sell my house. Um, which takes me off because it also was a double lot and I had a 50 by 25 backyard. So now instead of a husky, I'm going to probably get a Pomsky. My great aunt's was a dryback. Her hubby bought her over the Canadian border back in the day. She never used chopsticks because if her Chinese.
Remember, Clark is the poet,
Well,
so
remember, Clark is, if I remember right, Clark, you're also mixed, aren't you? Asian.
oh, okay, yeah,
Asian.
I think yeah,
Yeah.
I don't remember
And this is one of the
specifically,
things
but
that
yeah.
freaks out the BFF too, is that she's half Japanese. Her mom was from Japan. Her dad did a classic. He was in the military, met her, brought her back. Sometimes we think maybe because she was pregnant.
Ooh,
And she even bothered trying
scandalous.
to speak English, even though she wouldn't teach Japanese to the kids. It was hilarious. I used to sit with her when her and I would get along, and I'd watch her Japanese soap operas with her. And we just, the BFF would come out like from getting ready, and she's like, good. She gets along with somebody. She got along with me famously until I made her mad. People were like, "Do you understand her?" I said, "Not a word, but I can tell by body movements what's going on." Still waiting for those well-armed militia in Michigan to do their thing. Yeah, ain't gonna happen. Oh, we're popping around again. Where are we at now? Oops. Let's see where we're at.
One of us can read none of us can truthfully say they wasn't born in this world by a female of the species. Yeah, that's true.
Either I have well, no, you can talk over the audio. I forgot
Because,
how he talks over the
Unironically
audio.
watching
because,
Hassan stream.
Now it's 3 layers.
Oh
okay, but
Jesus!
yeah, after
Well, we were watching Kick last night.
Balloon
Why
and
not,
Elon
right?
were, having their, what swinging contest, people were saying, oh, yeah, but because remember, women are too emotional to be in politics. Uh-huh. Yeah, exactly. Tell us.
The dynasties that are run by women are usually run better because we may be more emotional, but we can also turn it off the drop of a hat.
Mm-hmm.
So, and women are a lot more dangerous than men ever were. I seriously think they broke up, but I didn't say that.
Oh, you're running into a character limit. That's okay. Sorry about that, Clark. I mean, we can't do anything about it, but
Yeah, no. It's probably because it's a high traffic day because I am actually surprised that I'm getting everybody right now. In the bathroom, I was getting thrown out. So
I wonder. So, what the character limit is?
it
Obviously,
used to be at like 136 or something.
for a YouTube live comment.
Yeah, because
Okay.
or 186 because I have to keep an eye on it. I'm learning not to anymore.
Okay. Now I get it. So, Clark, if we glue together your two messages, it forms a complete message. Chinese background came out, she'd have been, yeah, got it. Okay.
Okay, now we've got
That makes sense.
Jess back. Okay.
Nikki, your dad refused to drive non-American cars. He didn't buy a Toyota till he was 70.
My parents did it too until the brakes like seized up from one of my dad's Fords.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, never again. And they went to, I think, Toyota and stayed there. But yeah, every American car until I was about 20. Yeah. Because I came home and I saw like a Nissan and I'm like, who's that? My mom's like, that's your dad's. I'm like, what? And then explained it was some kind of recall thing that Ford had with the trucks, and my dad's did it in frickin' the freeway, and he was like, never again. So I totally understand the American car thing.
Clark, that's funny you say that. My dad was when I was growing up, my dad, who in full disclosure had uh, large parts of his family that did not survive the Holocaust. Um, every time my brother would point out, oh, Germans make really good cars.
Yes.
So yeah, my dad was like, over my dead body, are we ever having a German car in this household? I'm like, okay, Dad, we get it. We totally get it. And then he bought a Honda uh, in 1980. Our first foreign car actually was a Honda in 1980. And my brother was like, "Well, I thought the Japanese did some pretty bad things to us too." Oh, that's different. That's different.
Well, we did take their army away for a very
There's
long
that.
time.
So I definitely understood the rationale there. But
Yeah,
so
when
yeah, Japanese cars, okay. German cars, no, 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 no.
before I got the Monster, um, I was, because his mom's the reason I got my Lexus
That's true.
because
Yep.
we borrowed it to go take her to Monterey, and I said I needed a new car, and she said you should just buy her this one. We've only been together like a year or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so bizarre, and
Yeah.
it was just like he had no choice. So we bought the car for my brother, but before that, I was looking for a Mercedes or BMW, and it was like I thought they both had made reparations with the governments. Mercedes did. BMW didn't do it until they absolutely had to, somewhere like the end of the 60s or end of the 70s. I mean, they waited as long as they could. So it was like, now, just out of principle, I'm never going to get a BMW. That's why I talk about Mercedes. So, like it's ever going to happen because now I'm going to restore mine. Or until he gets mad and goes, just get you a new car.
Yeah, that's an interesting topic for another day. Yeah, Adam, Israel's full of Mercedes due to reparation agreements.
Mm-hmm.
Whew.
Oh, yeah. So, let's see, where are we now? Go back up here.
I know. I'm trying to make sure we didn't miss anything critical here.
We're constantly missing everything critical.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Cobell thanked Becky for the membership. So
Thank
yes,
you.
we are also very
We're
appreciative of
telling
that.
everybody to move
Yes.
back. I
And
suspect because when the cops get here, they're gonna beat the shit out of the people that are still remaining on the street in an effort to open up.
Okay, so
Arrest some people.
they held the space. They
So
leaving
we're
the highway.
yeah,
so,
they're blocking.
so we're showing this guy. This guy is showing streets. Driven bands
Was
for the last 10 years.
it sounded like
It was
him.
his voice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I should be able to get him
Jason, I've driven Benz for the last
back
10
on.
plus years. That before that was BMW. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
Well, Mercedes, oh my God, those things are just tanks. That's why I wanted
yeah.
one because he's freaked out that I would
Yeah.
uh get in a car accident because the Lexus has a cage, has a roll cage.
Yeah.
So, and he got in an accident, his CRX, and that one had a roll cage. So he learned from it. So he knew that the Maniac needed a roll cage in her car. So that's why I was like, I would show him things like, look, Mercedes is doing, they're indestructible. And he was just like, mm-hmm.
Okay, Heather. Nice to see you. Enjoy your work.
Okay.
Just try to keep your wits about you, just like we're all trying to
And
do.
keep your eye out on where you might be going today
Yeah.
because Oakland's probably next. But scary. Spoken Japanese would scare her and she didn't scare. That was that your mom?
You need to read where he started it. Yeah.
Rubber bullets. This is streets. So yeah, I guess that guy was monitoring streets. I thought it was his voice. I'm like, so he's at the freeway.
Adam.
Hmm.
Uh,
Oh my God, Adam.
he's gotta give him credit. He's always tasteful with his weird comments. You beg to differ.
This is what happens when you have an engineer that lives in San Francisco.
Oh,
Who
my
comes from the
my
suburbs and
definition
has,
of taste.
yeah, it has no clue because he's been hanging around programmers for his
I
whole life.
know. That's just a nod to like, you know, your dad joke is better than my dad joke.
My niece doesn't buy anything made in China. When my son visited China, he bought her a t-shirt that was American made. He paid 2 times the amount just to be a smartass. That's funny, Becky. I can see it too. It's something I would freaking do. Yeah, but I got it in China. So yeah, it looks like they cleared out the freeway. Those are rubber bullets. They're not real ones. You'll tell when a real one comes out. Everybody will just fly away. And you can tell that it's not a real one because it doesn't have the repeater. It sort of goes boom, boom twice. It just sounds completely different. So, oh, and you can see they're doing gas over near the building because this is near that building. Did you find the Google map thing?
Tried. I did not see any way to find that particular map element. You need like a certain, I don't know. Are you guys doing Hotel California lyrics again?
Is that what that was? Hotel
I
California?
don't know. Yeah, at this point, I can't even keep up.
There's supposedly a way to find out where the protests are. And it has to do with traffic conditions.
Y-
I'm having the BFF send me the link so I can find it.
We're definitely got lots of good information sources here, so we're
Yeah, it helps when the one who's the doom scroller is in her house looking up at everything because she doesn't want her old neighborhood to go up.
no, that's definitely a wholly legit motivation for getting the word out.
Yeah, they really love their pepper balls. Now it's a pepper ball. Yesterday was a rubber bullet. And like I said, Streets had one. You go to his stream yesterday, is it in the wrap up? I can't remember. Because I was watching it when the idiot set the car on fire.
Yeah.
Figured it was probably just a stolen car because it looked really new. And it makes for great media. It was just because it burned for like 20, 30 minutes.
Hello, Antics. You have a membership now,
Yes.
courtesy of Nikki.
Yeah, Becky gave you. Okay. Yes. Now you have a membership for a month. So you have a good day,
And they're
Antics.
gonna come the
Yep.
freeway from the other end and kettle them.
Forget.
See,
Oh,
I get confused. I'm looking up at one feed and there's another
oh,
feed down
yeah,
here,
I know. It's like between the feeds and the chats
and we're back on the freeway again.
and me sitting here, it's information overload.
Not for me.
It's true.
See, this is what I thrive on.
It's amazing. The number of simultaneous feeds this woman can process is still beyond my comprehension.
Yeah. So, and this is why the brain fog ticks me off when I'm not being focused. Ooh, and they stop the traffic. Where you see now where all those people are, they're police. What? Look up there. I think they're police, not protesters. That's
Where?
why it's so wide. Um, is it this one? Yes. See right here? Those are police. I don't think they're
Well, no, I can't
protesters.
see your screen because.
No, but if you look up there
Yeah.
in the underpass,
Uh-huh.
see they're sort of in rows.
Okay, the ones that aren't moving. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
those are police.
Yep.
So that's why everybody's centered on there. Oh God, I hope they don't do what I think they might do.
God, Clark, that's a good point. I had not thought about
What?
traffic cams. Those are all. There's a ton of those online. Oh my gosh, I don't know what we'll be doing the rest of the
If
day.
they're not broken.
Or
They are famous for going down
Oh yeah.
when there's a condition because we go look for the snow ones and all of the summit cams would be dead.
Well, there's one at each end of the tube, here.
Yeah.
But half the time when I look, it's like the one I want to see is
Which would be actually
blurry
a
or
good way to
down.
keep an eye on Oakland too.
Mm-hmm.
No more helicopters, but it's still daylight.
Yeah, no,
Unfortunately.
it used to be, I don't know what the site is, but it's like video.dot.ca.gov or something like that. It gives you all of the cams. Yeah.
Yeah, and also it's like, no, I'm not going to protest. I'm not young enough to do it anymore. A friend of mine who was just biking through protest by accident because it started and he wasn't paying attention. They broke his arm, the police, because they grabbed him and threw him down. So it's like, no, we will do it from here.
Becky says, are they blocking the freeway?
Yeah, they're blocking. What are they blocking? Where are they blocking it? I can't tell.
Clark, your mom could do 7 bingo cards at once.
Yeah, but your mom was Asian, right?
Yeah,
They always had the bingo cards going or the mahjong. Can you believe that? Mahjong. I've never understood.
that's a really good metric for, how much simultaneous information your brain can process.
Yeah, who was it? My cousin once?
Hey, what's going on,
No,
man?
the
Joy of LA,
niece
joy of everything right here.
or her mother wanted to
I
teach me
appreciate you, brother.
mahjong. Oh, am I still?
Also,
Ah,
the 101 is being blocked.
okay.
Okay, that's according to Antics.
Yeah, no, she's down there.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I could also. I think the BFF's probably taking a bath right now. She
good.
hasn't replied to me.
For her own sake, I
Yeah,
hope
for her
so.
own sake.
Yep.
Sake. And I also thought if it wasn't for my dad, because uh, technically my father was an illegal immigrant because he was born on a reservation, never became a quote unquote citizen, that I might be in trouble. We all think about it. The protesters got on their freeway into the federal building. Now the police has closed it. Is that 101? Yeah. Um,
Definitely. That
we've all learned
that is definitely video or visible on
the
Google
freeway
Maps.
is actually the best place to protest when you want to disrupt traffic and disrupt everything. It's like, learn that from the last set of protests. It's like, um,
Apparently, somebody got shot in the face over here.
what?
Streets says someone got shot in the face.
Yeah, I'm on street speed too.
Yeah, okay.
Now, with a pepper ball or no, it's got to be a pepper ball because if it was a bullet, they would have all been gone.
Yeah.
The kids aren't that stupid. And supposedly it's the anarchists who are doing this protest anyway, which, you're farther south but modding for MD Media. Okay, cool.
Be careful, man.
And a pepper ball could injure your face because it is the softest, thinnest skin on your body. So, yeah, don't you love how I know these things?
Oh, Jason, you're in Florida. Okay.
Ah, okay, cool.
Good to know where everybody is.
Gonna, do you have a, yes, you do, entertainment?
Me.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like several sections of the 101, as they say down there, are closed, but it looks like that was closed for a different reason. Let's see. Oh no, okay, I'm sorry. That's just the fast track lanes. Okay, so the 101 closure is basically at the 110 intersection.
Sorry.
I'm not sure what neighborhood that is called because I don't live there.
Ask Becky.
Yeah, yeah, Becky, if you want to clarify, what what do you call the the area between the intersection of the 101 and the 110? Although I'm sure you guys have a different. Oh yeah, the Harbor Freeway. I'm sorry, Harbor Freeway is the 110.
You did live there for
I lived
like
there.
2 months, right?
I lived
Well,
there.
you did a
I
summer
lived there
there,
in the summer of 1985.
and that's all that you needed to say.
Yes.
Sometimes he freaks me out with that shush.
Yeah. No, I was
Stop telling everybody everything.
interning. Oh God, you got the camera on me.
And you're not allowed, don't say you were interning for a company.
Yeah, I was interning, and God, what did I do that summer? I went to see New Order at the Irvine Meadows Amphitheater. That was in August, I believe. That was an awesome show. What else did he do? And yeah, sometimes I would just literally, because I didn't really know anybody. I'd just get in the car and drive around. I definitely tried to get as close to the Hollywood sign as I could. That was a thing to do.
I've got one. I thought, back to us. I thought it was weird that the name of the federal building, but I couldn't place it because nobody was saying it completely. It is the Ronald V. Dellums Federal Building.
There's one here, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you didn't know that?
no.
Okay, yes. Antics is a New Order fan. Yay.
Ethan Vincent had lived in LA for a couple of years, and then he was like, "Oh, I just did it for a summer, summer intern." I'm like, "And you're acting like you know everything?"
I have
So,
I have some family down there, but and so do you, of course. But yeah, I've had very little reason to visit that part of the state, at least not for many, 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 many years. What else did I do that summer? Yeah, drive around. What's the neighborhood? Oh, Palos Verdes Estates, just to look at fancy houses and things. But yeah, it was mostly work. I didn't really make any friends down there that summer. I was in LA pre you. Okay, yeah, no, it was literally between June and September of '85, in between one school and another school. And yes, I listened to K Rock all the freaking time.
That was also a big fight when I was a kid was K-Rock versus uh KSFX or KQAK or
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, I still remember some of the music I heard that summer that opened my eyes to new wave. So,
People wonder, it's like, how could it be like a big competition between two cities 400 miles away? It's like, because California's big, that's why.
Nebulous, Ariane, as long as you stay awesome and wonderful as you always are. Nebulous, you're such a softie.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Let's see, where are we?
Did okay, yeah, Carrie Ann took off. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, she has errands.
Okay. Yeah, it's also Sunday. So I understand.
Yes, I know. Yeah, that this morning when the alarm didn't go off,
Hmm.
you're like, "What happened?" I'm like, "It's Sunday."
I didn't set the alarm.
Hmm.
Okay, let's see. Now I'm trying to find out. Oh, what?
uh, Kajagoogoo.
Oh God, Kajagoogoo.
Hush, hush, ah, you are.
And yes, we are saying other things because you can't keep doom streaming.
Scrolling, yeah.
That's what I know. I call it doom
I'm
streaming.
doom
So it's
streaming
like,
now.
yes,
Yeah, I
we're
know, I
talking
know.
about
They're like,
other things while we're
yep.
unfortunately watching.
And with respect to antics, we call that squirrel when you were doing one thing and you get distracted by another thing. That is squirrel.
Hmm.
Marineland used to be in Palos Verdes. I loved going there as a kid. I did not know that, Becky. Yeah, I just like driving around, looking at fancy neighborhoods. But yeah, drove to Hollywood, looked around stuff, definitely cruising Sunset Boulevard. I don't think I did like looking for stars homes or anything. That was much, much later.
Oh yeah, I'm showing me again, aren't I? Here, have some.
Friend of mine, God, okay, in well, anyway, when the whole OJ thing was going on, uh, friend of mine, okay, yeah, we were in SoCal for a festival, music festival, and we're like, okay, we got some time to kill. Let's go and look for OJ Simpson's house.
Which they have torn down.
It's been since been torn down, but this is I guess after I don't remember what phase of the legal proceeding, but anyway, he wasn't there. I think it was right. It was after he was um,
You guys really thought he'd be there?
maybe, but yeah, we found the house, drove by very slowly. We didn't get out, and we were looking, and we noticed all the various, as we said, goons hiding, in the trees and the bushes to watch for people. So that was the. No, yeah, I know, Becky. Sunset is different part of town. Um, but yeah, separately in the '90s, late '90s, I was there with a friend, and we were driving around trying to see um, any weird celebrity property stuff. So OJ's house. Oh, and Frank Sinatra's house. I remember that. That was like a year. Did Frank Sinatra pass in like the early aughts?
Now I'm shaking my head.
So we found Frank Sinatra's house. That one also had goons watching over it. Go figure. I think
Rented goons or police goons?
uh probably the usual like celebrity, private security goons.
Okay, supposedly, if you went on icy road conditions, you'd find out where the protests are.
Ah, okay.
But you can't even find icy road conditions for on Google Maps um, on it right now, and BFF is not answering. So that's what I was hiding. But at this point, everybody I'm sure knows about it.
Yeah.
So, the way to keep the information going, especially in the internet age, is probably a lot easier than we all think. So, and since these are all mostly people from the age of 18 to 30, they would be very, okay, I can't do that, familiar with what's going on.
Uh, link. Oh,
I wanted to, but I cut it off, but I can't because it goes with it.
okay. Yeah, I'm looking at what Clark's saying about the traffic cameras. Oh, for 77 Sunset Strip. All right. Yeah. Forgive me for just maybe butchering anecdotes about LA that I have no business talking about, but Brain Fog said, "Hey, I'm busy. Entertain the chat for a few minutes." So
Hmm.
that is the best I could come up with.
So let's see. I was gonna have dinner with my cousin that night, but the chase was on. Was this the OJ chase?
I think so. The chase was literally on the. Okay, Clark, your words were kind of mangled.
Did the classic. Me and the first husband watched the chase, and then we went to go see Speed. Everybody in the theater like uncomfortably laughed when it started with the chase.
Yeah.
It was so bizarre. So it's like I'll always know. So what are we doing here now? Oh, see now I've cut it down.
So you found the map overlay or not?
No, I
Okay.
didn't. I
Okay.
can't find an icy road condition
Yeah.
overlay.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So
that's the weird thing.
See what happens here on the freeway, and this is the 101.
As usual, I think
Am I
they're
gonna stream the
attracting
nighttime? Yeah, we're locked in
more
all
people
day.
than their reason that are than people who are leaving. Becky, don't go anywhere tonight. You were caught in the OJ traffic in
And
Westwood.
they're
When
gonna
I
sit.
asked the policeman what was
They're gonna
happening, he
sit.
said, "We are looking for OJ."
no. That was
Sunset Boulevard,
Well,
that's
I
the
think in the
Palisade.
first round of
Okay,
mass
see, yeah.
arrests,
I know they have tons of little bitty neighborhoods there, worse than San Francisco.
yeah, they're not
Uh-oh,
moving. They're sitting there.
we're sitting. Not good.
no sitting.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the feed we're watching right now. It's the one on the big screen. So this is going to be interesting. And I'm not going to do what everybody does, but I'll go see what Streets is doing. No, I won't. That drives me crazy when people do that. Let's go see what somebody else is doing.
They're holding space there. Lorraine, the National Guard is already out there. We've already watched them for hours. I don't know what you're doing.
Well, the National Guard
We've
has
already
been in
watched the
different
National
places,
Guard
but
be
they're
used as a
really
prop. That's what they're out there for. They're
not
out
doing
there for
anything.
the aesthetic.
Yeah, they're out there for the
They
aesthetic. He
had the
just said it.
National Guard already go and push out to protesters, and then as soon as they get to the protest, they get pulled back, and then the federal police stood in front, or the LAPD took over from there and started gassing into your flashbanging people. National Guard is out there for a presence, and that's it. They're not going to do shit, and if they do, it's going to be a absolute it'll be a major deal, which is why they don't.
So can you guys hear that? Hold on.
And people get
No.
scared.
Can you hear that?
Oh, okay. That being.
Him. I
Uh,
turned the volume up.
well, yeah. I just checked.
Okay.
Yeah. If you see the level on the screen, that means it's because it's coming through.
Okay. Yeah, because I turned
Yeah.
it down too.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't override us.
It should be good enough. Going on the freeway is so stupid. It's infuriating to be stopped in traffic. That's Becky.
Ah, yes. Like I said, I've been on a couple of bridge closures back when I was a teenager.
I know. Thanks, Fuzz. Yeah, I checked on my phone just to make sure it was coming through. That was.
Um, Yeah, first time I got stuck on the bridge, me and my brother were going to a fancy dinner, so we're dressed up and we were stuck on the bridge for 4 hours. So much for that idea. And then the second time was totally an accident. That was only 2 hours. So, but it was weirdly enough, it was fun because everybody was passing around water to the dogs there, and people started playing frisbee. But there was no, it wasn't a protest. It was, what was it? No, maybe it was. I don't remember those what they were closed for.
What year?
80, 81. And I have been stuck in traffic for 3 hours too because of a corn truck that spilled in or corn, yeah, corn, complete corn on the cob, had overflowed or got in a car accident and just covered all of the truck and then corn. And they finally got the corn because it was huge. It was an 18-wheeler, so there was corn everywhere. They finally got the corn to the point where you could go into the emergency lane, and this was in Vacaville in the summer. Woo! That was not fun. And there was a husky right next to us, so he was not amused.
People stand up for your rights. Bob Marley.
Ah, okay, now he's going back to that person. And now streets. Or somebody just said there was a National Guard. But like I said, I think National Guard is in that underpass. I've seen them like push people today twice.
So that
Their
fight there,
sternums
that
have
fight?
got to hurt from those pushes,
I haven't seen him.
but I haven't seen them do anything. Ooh, oh crap, he went past it. There is a big banner on the freeway that says "End Fascism." Yeah, so now no, I'm only on 2 feeds at the moment. And was trying to figure out the conditions. You could probably go and find out where the protests are just by the traffic conditions. So, looking up just now on my side computer to see what's going on. She has a good angle, actually. Calm him down, get up to her. So she is. I'm actually surprised the network is holding up, considering there are.
Considering the number of people that are probably live streaming from down there.
Oh, how many feeds we are that haven't crashed.
Oh, for us, yeah.
Okay, so they are in the same place. Jess is just focused to a smaller section. Streets' section is wider. So.
No justice, no peace, no ICE, no police.
That sounded weird.
No
No
justice,
Portuguese?
no peace, no ICE or police.
Ah, they are cops.
No justice, no peace, no ICE or police.
No ICE or police. Okay. You can see it there, right there. Those are cops. Or whatever is in that black uniform.
Okay, no, I'm service. I'm gonna go.
Where are you going?
Oh, I know somewhere else to go service.
Okay.
I don't even know what this one. That's IRT. Yeah. Okay. So this is Jess's feed. Where is IRT now? Weirdly enough, this probably practices my brain to not be foggy either.
Boy, oh boy. It's hot.
Let's see, do I have this up here? Yes. But that's not, let's go to this one because there's one on the street there. We're still listening to jazz. The comments in the live chats are something else. I know. Oh my God. I sat there and it kept me from like taking a shower for a half an hour because I'm arguing with somebody saying, stop saying crap like that. And that was just for the Pride Parade.
Yeah.
It was like gross and disgusting. So it's just amazing what people will say. It's like, but one of the comments in one of them was in capital letters because they're always saying go back to Mexico. Somebody said go back to Europe. It's great. I love that one. So yeah, it would be it would be a lot of things, nebulous. But Americans aren't very good at being rational. That's the easiest way to put it. Besides the we have no clue. Yeah, they are, Adam. Reactionary
Oh
trolls
yeah.
are a waste
Oh
of
yeah.
time.
It's like people just have
Nothing better to do.
the only thing that gives them endorphins is to, you know, post just ridiculous garbage.
So we've hit that part in the world where we're all just standing around making each other uncomfortable. Don't you love that? It looks like the protesters are blocking the other street too, because there are times where there are no cars going in the opposite direction, and now cars are started again. So, and in a weird way, if they wanted to block the whole freeway, they would. So they only want to, it's just literally a demonstration. So,
Oh boy. Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
Did someone shoot off the bang bang?
yeah. Flashbangs?
Is it
They didn't sound like, um, oh, you got to see this one.
flash grenades? Yeah.
Oh, damn it. You missed it. Someone, he had it into like the people there or the cops there. Okay, the people are moving, so yeah, they're setting something off. So, and if you hear, you can tell the different things that are being shot off. Or is it just my ghetto brain going?
Be divided. The
Yes.
people united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided.
And like I said, standing around is definitely better than lighting stuff on fire, but trying to avoid having to be set up for a riot is hard to do. So I haven't heard the helicopters around here. So hopefully,
They've definitely have gone since
mhm.
like 10, 15 minutes
Yeah,
ago.
we had more than one helicopter. I actually thought it was a light flight because you can hear the light flights when they go by because the helicopter is heavy duty.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because you could hear it just like separate. So I don't know if they're like getting helicopters from San Francisco because I thought Oakland only had one left.
Oh,
So
one for themselves, for the department.
for the department, they used to have three.
Yeah.
Um, because I don't know what makes me more angry, the racist ones or the ones who call it KKK California. Both. It's the easiest way to put it. Really? So, ooh, I think the guy on the other got hit with something.
That was. Oh Jesus Christ! They're. They're fucking. Wait, hold on. Oh, they were starting to walk. Yep. They're gonna come in. Here, walk and talk. Walk and talk. There's a secondary line back here. Oh.
I don't know what those are.
Oh, thank you. Bro, Hazamas are crazy. They fucking. They're like, can we get a selfie?
What?
Anyway,
Ah,
sure. They're about to push in. Okay.
check this out. They're now on both sides. Let's try Jess's. Oh, she's further back. Yeah, so they're now doing both sides. Great. Which is bold because they weren't even blocking the other side. So now you have the cops walking for no reason. Makes great legacy media. Oh, they got somebody. No, they didn't. Okay. And this is how you tell the gung-ho cops from the not gung-ho cops. The not gung-ho cops will like throw the kid back over on the other side. The gung-ho ones will just go, look, we got one, and then go at it. So they try to demonize a race of people once in a country in Europe. 1945 was supposed to end eugenic worshipping. Yeah, it's a shame now we have an idiot who does it live but is fighting with his ex-boyfriend.
I just realized I was on Top Chat this whole time.
This lady's gonna get me fucked up.
I didn't see that one.
Adam, you didn't put your warning for Top Chat.
He didn't, did he? Yep.
Well, I don't know. I'm not reading. I'm looking at, I see Becky's and I see the mods. Everybody else I'm like trying to see, but I'm watching what things are.
No, I could have sworn I said it the first time as soon as we started, but obviously I got it wrong.
So yeah, it's like, why are they even on the other side unless they're going to come around and block them all? Ugh, God, I hope not. Yeah, police get some really evil tactics moving when protesters start, or big protests start. So I don't know what's going on right now. Let's see. And Jess is having feed problems, I think. I'm actually surprised everything is being supported, that people aren't blacked out everywhere. So it makes me wonder if they're making money off the feeds. Oh, that's what they're doing. They're blocking the other side of the freeway. Look at it. They're blocking the other end of the freeway with one cop like in the fast lane facing the other set of lanes. I'm explaining this for Polycat, even though he could see this on the feed. So yeah, they're not causing any problems. Okay, there's a can of something smoking. Oh, and they just see, look at the little feeders. Ooh, they're throwing things. So, oh, it's about to get ugly. It's like they should have just drove the kid, threw the kid back over the barrier. These are not the brightest people on the planet Earth. I wonder, let's see if we can do this. Nope, okay. But I can do this.
Hey, how's it going? Oh, no worries.
Okay, I got it a little bit bigger. So I haven't seen who's gotten the one who's been arrested or the one who's been caught. Jess seems to be the best angle right now. Ah, fuzzy to know what makes them angry. Okay. They had dynamite threat. Yep. My chat been going, or is everybody looking like I am? Yeah, so basically they ripped off the gung-ho ones off the kid, and These are the quiet ones now taking over. But yeah, wasn't it amazing? And I'm pro cop. I grew up with them. And I'm the one talking about the, the feeding frenzy when they all went after him. So, but yeah, it's like at least it didn't start a riot. I thought it would. So they're controlling the situation as much as they can right now. Let's see. Mercado's like cycling around a bunch of them. So yeah, that would what once had people no longer has people. Ugh. Which doesn't mean anything because cars still can't move. So even if they bring the border down, they're not of the protest. It's still not near an exit. So the people still can't exit the freeway. Did you notice that?
Hmm.
So it makes you wonder if they're up to something else. That's the way I should just put it, something else. So this is
Bullies
all.
fulfilling their dreams. Yep, Bob.
Oh yeah,
That's kind of what it is. Yep.
no, totally.
It's Stephen Miller's wet dream is all this going on.
My cousin was a cop for about 6 months, and he left because he said it was incredibly uh, the fraud and the bullies were amazing. So he was an ex-Marine, so he said he couldn't do it. And it wasn't Oakland, it was somewhere else. But yeah, it's like you have the people who are straight and narrow, and then you have the ones who are just in it for the sick fun, honestly. Are ICE agents the guys who didn't pass the psych test for regular law enforcement? I would probably say that a lot of those ICE agents could be just rounded up. There were a couple of guys I've seen lately that was like, are you kidding? These guys don't look old enough to be ICE agents. So, my God, it's not doing that. So, what have I got to do here? Trying to show you his feed, but I have it some
Jesus.
weird way.
See what happens is people will throw water at them, and then so they're gonna shoot right where whoever threw the water.
Yeah, I've got streets
I want to see what these
sounding.
guys are doing down here. They're up to something. All right,
This
I see.
one's streets.
They're gonna kettle.
What does the
Maybe.
kettle mean?
I don't
What
know.
does
We'll
kettle
throw some
mean?
off.
Streets has been using that today, and I don't understand what it means. And I keep forgetting to look it up.
What's going on, brother?
Yeah, the LAPD's doing crowd control. They're not doing aggression yet, which will probably happen in about 2 hours.
See, they're trying to.
Because when
They're
the
gonna.
sun goes down, they'll use some excuse that that's when other kids come out and beat people. Or actually, they don't say kids. They say, people, like cattle. Yeah. Which is frightening as hell, if you ask me. Oh, I like interesting, but a lot of the interesting lately is for the birds. Okay. So, I wonder what they did with the guy that they took off. There, I do not know the feed on the other side. Probably need to look that up later. Ah, feed from the other side. And when it gets crazy, there'll be people dropping down from that overpass. So we still have pretty much the non-violent ones here. Why are they running now?
Hello, Kathy Scoggins.
Hi, Kathy. We're watching the protests in LA.
Yes.
Just left Matt's stream. Okay.
Yeah.
Matt is...
MD Media.
Okay. Yeah, this is Mercado. Mercado Media. He's going over a few of them. I've got that's the Sound from Streets feed, and I have Jessica up here too. But so the Bassomatic is supposed to be speaking.
Charismatic. Oh, did you make that up or did someone else say that?
I made it up.
Okay.
I just did it right now because it was like, what do you expect?
Yeah. Streets is
Back to street.
Streets' favorite person right now.
Yeah. So, don't you love this? It's like, what the heck is going on? Guess they're trying to block the on-ramp that people are using to get onto the freeway. It's like they should have taken everybody off the freeway at this point, not the people, but the cars. And there it goes. Oh, here we go with the gas. Whee! And it does blow back on the cops too, so that doesn't help to keep them not being mad. So
Becky says she sees helicopters
Ah,
heading east.
several helicopters heading east towards downtown LA. Great. Yeah, that's why I got nervous about us, because I was hearing helicopters over us. And it's like, I wouldn't be surprised if people start doing, simultaneous street downtowns. So, problem is we haven't recovered from the last downtown. The gentrifying or the people moving in or the cafes, it just went to crap. So Oakland is unfortunately becoming a ghost town. And the Oakland police aren't happy because they're being monitored by a federal watchdog. So that got assigned to them. So that's why Oakland has gone to the dogs. Wow. That's intense. What the heck is going on? Look at that. No, look at your feed. Look at all that.
Oh, the smoke.
Did somebody's backpack explode?
Well, when we saw smoke like that yesterday, it ended up being a car fire.
Right, but there were no cars there.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a
I wonder if somebody accidentally set off all of their freaking,
Yeah.
gas. Okay, it's gone. Or it's going. Those cops are going to be so unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't recovered from the last riots. Yeah, we haven't either. Which sucks because downtown Oakland was getting great. Class action for intentional infliction of emotional distress against humanity. They did try it in Oakland. I think it got dropped eventually. So 2 years in, they were supposedly the ACLU was at it, but it was taking too long. You can only put. What the heck? Is somebody setting them off on the police? That's the middle of the police. What kind of how weird is this?
But they're not dispersing. They're not running away from it.
But what the heck? Is it just smoke bombs? They do have smoke bombs. So are they trying to make themselves like a movie or something? So, which I've always found interesting of smoke bombs, because they distress, if you ask me, they distress the police more than they distress the protesters. And considering the smoke is going in the opposite direction of where the most of the protesters are. I have no clue what that is. Uh-oh. What the heck is going on? I've got it on full screen on my little one, so I can at least see it, because I can't really see it. And it's going to be hard on a phone. Oh, and unfortunately, his resolution is awful. Probably everybody's is right now, because they're all whipping out their phones. In a weird way, it's good that it's happening downtown LA, because there are tons of cell towers. And
Say the coverage doesn't seem to be affected.
Becky said, my neighbor was in Huntington Park, another Latino neighborhood, and said ICE was raiding the Home Depot everyone was running. Great. And Home Depot and Lowe's are infamous for having people out front willing to work a day for $5. probably not $5 anymore, but my brother used to use people like that to do stuff for him, like a bunch of handymen. But of course, they probably are undocumented. They're getting ready to kettle them on the freeway. Great. Oh, yeah, I see that, Kathy. While there's still somewhere else. IRT Media is somewhere. Where are they? Because that looks like maybe the front of the federal building. Let's see, where is it? I'm looking it up on another computer. I can't tell where it is.
So I got a message that Karen Bass is a few blocks away giving a press conference, but I don't want to leave this.
Jess is moving. She following someone? Let's go check out Jess for a minute.
Oh, that lady, how'd she get up there?
And yes, Jess will probably be in safer areas. Or not. Wow.
I don't know where to go. It's so blocked out.
She does
And I
have a
need both chargers.
she does have a gas mask, or not gas mask, but she has a covering for her face and she's wearing pants.
Jess does.
Yeah,
Okay.
because the smoke will
Two dead
irritate
phones.
Yeah.
regular skin.
See if anything's over here.
Or the gas.
Oh.
Ah, and this is what was full just 15 minutes ago.
All right, guys,
So-
give me a second. I have to get my chargers.
Okay, we'll go back to streets. So she's above everything. So is he, but he's on another corner. And there's one of the helicopters. The helicopter that Streets saw yesterday landed in, I guess, a federal building,
Mm-hmm.
and they were taking ammunition and gas canisters out of it.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw it on news, not on his feed.
No, I saw
But
it
yeah,
on the news too,
yeah.
because he actually checked this helicopter overhead and sort of lowering. He's like, where are they landing? So that was the thing.
There's more of us than there are you.
Yeah, Kathy, I'm streaming one or another. I've got Streets up, I've got Jess up, I've got Mercado up, IRT Media that I'm going back and forth over. Oops. So yeah, they got someone on the on-ramp. Let's see if Streets can get it. Probably not. So they're trying to get them off the freeway at this point. And so, yeah, the police where nothing is happening on IRT is right above there. So, and then these people, they're trying to push him back up out of the freeway. And they're showing someone being arrested. I wonder what he did. Probably said, fuck you.
Hi, Lupita. Nice to see
Hey,
you.
Lupita. So, those noises are just so scary. Oh, let's go back to him. Hopefully he's yelling something. That's the Highway Patrol, so they're ones in the black outfits. And the Highway Patrol in California is the state police. It's a nice little way how they kept that quiet for a very long time. I grew up not knowing that. I only found out about a month ago that the Highway Patrol was the state police, or state sheriff, whatever they call it. But yeah, because they started doing things in Oakland off of the freeway, and people were like, how could you do that? Because you're only on the freeways. And somebody said, no, we're actually the state police. And it was like, oh, so all those years you were just avoiding doing things because they would not get involved off of the freeway. So it's weird.
Ain't even moving.
Sorry, I was reading a text from one of the mods. Um, so yeah, now that they've outed themselves as the state police, they can't stay off, they're not going to be allowed to stay off the freeways anymore or stay only on the freeways anymore. That's gotta, I think they're just smoke bombs. If the cops are hanging out in them, they're just plain old smoke bombs. I know it sounds like a weird thing to say, but yes, because they probably have goggles on and, you know, head coverings. I just assumed it was a gator, so I didn't even bother looking at the police. And the gators are the things that cover your mouth, that you see most of the ICE agents wearing because they don't want to be doxxed.
Arkansas. Yeah. Okay, Brian is in Arkansas. The state police do traffic enforcement in the state. Yep. And as we know, what do we know about Arkansas? Uh, State police, they will pit absolutely anything, anywhere, anytime.
It's one of the cop channels I watch is Arkansas State Police, and they pit people at 90,
Yeah.
which is
They'll
hella
pit a
dangerous.
motorcycle, they'll pit a car, no matter how fast it's
Yeah, they pit a
going,
motorcycle. It's just so bizarre. Talk about another world.
using smoke to push people back off the freeway. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, before it was really weird because before it was in the police line where it was just going to the cars behind them. So it's like, oh, they figured it out now. So that's the thing though. If they open up that freeway, it wasn't going to be open because you got protesters who are like, they're over it. It would be dangerous to open the freeway. But hey, you know,
Anonymous Lens was hit with pepper spray and she said it was stronger than what the military used on her during training.
great.
They're about to come over here. Here it comes. It's gonna shoot up right here.
Uh-oh. The streets in it. He thought they were going to shoot something towards him. The BFF just sent me an example of what it's supposed to be. Because she can't figure it out again.
Here he comes.
Yeah, if McCardle wouldn't keep going to every time I go to him, because it's interesting, he goes back to his friend. And it's like, because of course he's showing something interesting right now. See, and every time I do this, he usually goes back to his friend right after that. Oh, and they're throwing, oh, that's a canister. That was a canister previously.
Pointing.
Okay, we're gonna mute him and go watch him for a minute or two and see what's going on.
See you guys. Hi, everyone.
Taylor's here.
I'm
Who's
here
Taylor?
with another journalist.
Who's Taylor?
Taylor Lorenz.
See, we're back to his friend again.
What are you guys doing?
Sergio just got here. He got shot.
Which is
with one of
just
those pepper
massively annoying. Oh, we're back. Okay. I'll just keep the sound off because definitely want to know what that is. It's to avoid the conditions are to avoid going to that area. Waze and Google Maps will update traffic info so people there have been reporting bad conditions to let you know where to avoid. Okay. So I hope I didn't make her bath not worth it. She's one of the bath people, and bath people love their baths. I'm the opposite. I will when I get
Still
older.
being pushed up the ramp so you can see it on the Independent. Thank you so much, Dollar Straws. Thank you for the support. Oh, thank you for 10 hot dogs on the Buy Me a Coffee, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Overly Opinion.
Thank you, whatever. So that's one thing that the other people were complaining about. Why don't we see an American flags? There's one, there's two, there's three. I like the hybrid. Yeah, it's like bozos, please. When it's the upside down flag is mourning. So mourning the country. Makes sense. Back to streets. That is the BFF. She's now sending me tons of links. She's as bad as I am, but worse actually, when it comes up to finding things. So they're getting them up the ramp. I'm sort of glad that Streets and Jess are on the other side, so they don't have to be in it. So Streets says he's been in like press areas. So, but of course, they don't care if you're press. They've been doing it. They've been just like, they were shooting rubber bullets into the press area yesterday. And here we go. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see 5 people. 6, 7, 8 people being arrested. So this will be fun. Oh, and I like the couple zip ties on his like waist. That's so flattering. Oh yeah, they're not expecting to arrest anybody. Herb walk. Yeah, the chick with all the black on knew what she was doing. The chick with the shorts probably thought it was going to be fun. Yeah, the halter top. It's like, but at least they're there. The ones that are in all black or are covered from head to toe know what they were doing, unfortunately. So let's see, what am I missing? Excuse me.
Tired of shit, not gonna lie.
Yeah, and poor Streets. He's been doing this for what, 2, 3 days now? That's why he said he was tired. It's like, remember, he's closer to my age. And as he said himself, he hasn't run in a long time. So his runner's body's gone to crap. Okay, let's see. Let's put it and see what these guys are talking about.
No accountability for the police. They get to do whatever the fuck they want. It's bullshit.
Are we talking? Are you looking at it now? No, you're not even showing your stream. What's happening? Like they're
Oh, so
being
that's
taken
not his
away
friend.
now. You don't
Why
even.
does he keep showing him then?
Yeah, hi, how are you doing?
So he's right on the ramp. We got a couple other angles.
Thank you for being out.
There's another one. This is gonna be SoCal Shorts, who does great work. We watched him live last night in Compton. This is another side of it here.
Arresting females non-misogynistic mindsets abound. That's also why the women should be covered from head to toe.
Okay, here you can. This is a better angle here. SoCal Shorts.
And usually things that are slightly tighter.
Brent's coming in hot with the 20 gifted. My goodness, appreciate the support.
So they can't.
Thank you so much. Do we have a sky cam is still up? You can see the crowd size.
So they can't go pawing around. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not good to be a female in a protest. But if we could figure out a way that would have jaws snap when they touch certain parts of our body, we'd go for it. So let's see, what am I missing? Yeah, amount of paperwork that they won't fill out and people will be released within 8 hours. So That's how they get around that one too. I think they will just hold them to be pricks and run their names for any warrants. I don't think they have the space to arrest them, much less give them due process. They'll keep them in the quote unquote tank for 8 hours and they'll let them go like they let drunks go. So, and they probably won't even be on their freaking record that they got a ticket because it's the equivalent of a ticket. So, now I'm going to have to mute her for a little while because now she's giving me tons of interesting information. So, excuse me. So yeah, now we're working back up there, but I want see, doesn't it make you wonder how do you get arrested in a group like this? It's just like I have a feeling that one person throws something and they pretty much get the whole crowd around them. Because yeah, that was 8 people that they were arresting. I told the BFF I'm still on, and she said, "Then why do you keep answering?"
You just can't win with her.
No, I just said shut up with the tongue
Mm-hmm.
sticking out face. So let's see. What is it? What is his? Oops. Crap. Now I'm seconds behind.
Their politics of it. They just talk about what the other streamers are doing. It's the fucking worst. They don't actually talk about things that happen. They just like, oh, Asmongold said this, or Destiny said this, Hassan said this, blah blah. Oh, bro, gives a fuck.
Perfect. Yes. Don't talk about the other people when you're doing a live from the area. Talk about what's going on around you. So, exactly, Jason. If you're going to protest, do not bring your dog or children. Right. And they should add and dress appropriately. And that just means being covered because I wouldn't be surprised if the freaking smoke bombs irritate your skin. So, that's why it's like, oh yeah, we'll go have fun and watch the protest. And then you get into the protest and then you're like, why am I arrested? So there are issues all the way around. But all of that graffiti is new. Saw them doing it earlier. So
We're still live in LA, guys, on the 101 highway. Just multiple views of this happening here. I don't know what's going on. I have a
oops.
Carol Evan ad happening.
Okay.
This is
Wait a
still
minute,
down the street.
let's do that. And then what is Streets up to? He's taking a scooter somewhere. So I think he's probably going to the other side since the area is rather big. So in a weird way, this
There's a
is
whole
nice.
different protest over here.
Mayor's press conference coming on soon. Street said it was happening already. So has it not happened? So is he going to be able to scream at her? That'd be nice.
I haven't seen anything about anything she said. So
Okay, so yeah,
yeah.
maybe he'll get there in time.
Mm-hmm.
And they're starting to walk.
Hey, wait, hold on a second.
Love that. Sorry.
One second.
Spawning.
Hey, can you hear me? I can.
I actually would
Yeah.
expect splinter protests all over the place. So that's you would actually expect one
Oh, I'm coming
in
right now.
City Hall and one
All right,
at the
headed.
Federal Building and
Guys, you're going in my pocket for a second.
something's going on. Let's put him on quiet and go see if it's Jess. No. They're just escorting people to their little holding area on the freeway. So now they can blame, the protesters for blocking the freeway still because, they had to make a corral down there. I've got streets on the other one to see where he's going. Um, so yeah, they'll blame the protesters why it took them an extra couple of hours to open the freeway because they were holding people under the underamp or overamp. Same crap, different
Now
day.
they're arrested.
So, and unfortunately, with them kicking them off the freeway and sending them back up, they're just going to stay there because they're mostly kids and don't like to be pushed around. Don't blame them. So, see, that's somebody arrested there, right? Where was it? Well, there was some being walked, but they're being walked under the, or to the, under, so you can see it. Did we stop? Okay, he just had a, and on his feed, there are ambulances driving the opposite direction.
Oh God. Someone just threw stuff at him.
And the CHP SUV is not a good sign. So this might be their excuse for cleaning out the area. That's why Jess said, oh God. Because unfortunately, the police are human too and don't like being tired. And then they get cranky. And the next thing you know, we have beatings going on. It's not fun. So,
I think the place to be is over there now.
do like the fact that Streets has taught Jess how to be a protester. Big time. Because these are different protesting things than Scientology. Streets is still going somewhere else. Okay. Did I just do what I think I did? Damn it. Always doing it on her feed. Let's see. Oh.
Sure. Well, I think that basically they were overrun. But what is happening now is that the freeway is cleared. The California Highway Patrol, as you know, is in charge of
Bass?
the freeways. So they have moved all of the protesters back. They still might be there, but they are beginning to be dispersed. But LAPD is on the perimeter, so LAP is actively involved.
They were overrun?
There were hundreds of protesters on the freeway and thousands of protesters off the freeway. So there is a joint collaboration going with the CHP, the LAPD, and then frankly the National Guard. But you also know that the National Guard is deployed to protect federal property. So there is a National Guard troops in Westwood at the federal building and also here downtown.
Next question to Chase.
Jason?
Mayor Bass, have you reached out directly to the federal government, or is this you doing so right now with the media here? Have you tried to reach out?
No, my disappointment is I've been talking to the federal government for days. I was hoping to prevent this situation from happening. I was trying to encourage the administration that if they deployed the National Guard in Los Angeles, it would create a sense of chaos. It's the last thing our city needs. Our city is still trying to recover from the wildfires. And you just think about how so many people were impacted by that. And that's an example of where the administration was helpful. And to go from that situation to where we are now is just really tragic. And I think it's so unfortunate. It's the last thing Los Angeles needs.
When you say you've reached out to the federal government, do you have
Again, guys, this is the mayor.
We are listening to LA Mayor Karen Bass address her city amidst unrest in Los Angeles. If you're continuing on ABC7 on air, we will switch things over to the NBA Finals Game 2 between Indiana and Oklahoma City. We will continue to cover this, what is going on in Los Angeles, and continue.
Yeah, that's more important is, the finals. Oh, damn. Okay. Oh, look at that. Another Waymo is gone. Oh, I think that's their parking lot. That's the Waymo parking lot.
Ooh.
Yeah, I see more around them. Oh God. See, this is the crap we don't need. should stick to like building walls, but not over, because then Waymo can say that it's not working and they have to leave. So, uh, talking to a brick wall. So, let's see. Is this streets? Yes. Let's see what he's. This is where he wound up. So he's in the press area.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? How long you been here for?
Just like an hour.
Don't know what's going on.
It's been crazy. A stop in the shade isn't so bad, though, right?
Buzz, you're funny. What's Mayor Santos saying? That the protesters are probably a
Nah, it's
letdown.
reopened. You know what? I'm gonna come around from the other side.
Yeah, her usual hot air.
Oh, I had a scooter. Yeah. Although it looks like it's opening right here.
So they've got the press corralled at least a block away so they can't
They're shutting down that street.
get involved.
Yeah, I know where I'm going. Dog shit. Horse shit. Oh, Jesus. I'm trying to leave the area. That's blocked right there. Go that way? Okay, you want me to go where the cops already are and told me to leave? You guys got to make a decision. You want me to go that way or that way? Come on. What you gonna do?
Oh, God.
I got my drinks. Why are you searching my stuff?
Because I don't know what you got in you. Either want to come this way?
Yes, I do. I was going that way. You stopped me. What's yours? Hey, make sure you zip everything up. You gonna take my drinks out of there and my stuff? Look at this guy. I'm gonna make a fucking fool of you, Jaime. What's your serial number? What's your serial number?
41161.
Yeah. All right. William Goof, Film the Police LA. Well, I don't want to hear shit. Fuck you. They told me to leave this way. I go this way. Put my shit back in there.
I'm not gonna get hit with these, bro.
What the fuck? You're taking my drinks? You gotta be fucking kidding me. No, I'm gonna write your ass up. I'm gonna have a good time with you, Jaime. 41161. This guy took my damn drinks out of my bag.
You know they're going to drink them later.
He told me I couldn't go this way, and now he's going this way with my fucking drinks. This guy's a fucking idiot. What a fucking clown. Tells you to leave the area, you go the opposite way, you go to leave the area, and then he says, no, you gotta go back this way.
What is this?
Dickhead.
I know. I wonder if there's any legacy media in that, or if it's just all the new media. Some of
This guy's just taking my fucking bag. Dude literally just robbed me from my shit.
He did. I'm watching the I've got a delay on this one. It is. He just took his drinks and just took off. It's like, that's why they wanted to go through his backpack. Probably, so they could get hydrated. Buttheads.
Fucking assholes.
Don't worry, I'm not monetizing this.
Anybody give me the name of Jaime 41161. Get me his picture and shit. I want his picture and shit. If you can find his social media, get me his social media. Motherfuckers that are coming to take my fucking Red Bulls. Like, Like, I'm gonna say, you know what? Let me go buy Red Bulls at $5 a piece to go throw at people. What the fuck type of dumb shit is that? Dumb motherfucker.
Empty can throwing. That's what's going to happen. Oh yeah, he will.
Fucking
I'm
idiot.
I'm
Gonna go through
looking.
my bag. That's an illegal search.
His chat people are
Fucking infuriated.
looking for him, and I think they found his name. And people saying don't get arrested. It's like you don't get arrested for things like that, especially him.
Is Bass inside or outside at a press conference?
He's got 3,000 watching now, so. So I've got 12 people on here. What do you guys think? Stay or go?
Fucking dickhead.
Let me know what you think. Turn off your mic. Okay. Probably Cat's gonna go feed animals.
Anybody know if Karen Bass is inside for a press conference or out?
Inside.
This guy's went through my fucking bag.
Okay. Anybody who wants me to keep going, hit 1.
Inside, of course it's inside.
Anybody says I can leave, hit 2.
Shooting at yourself. I'm going around. Fuck this shit. Am I gonna get stopped again?
The 9/11 stanchions, you can see them. They go up and down.
He literally searched my bag. That's an unlawful search. You have to have probable cause that I committed a crime. What was the probable cause?
We're watching Streets.
Fucking assholes.
You know what was up, Nebulous?
Motherfuckers gonna pay for hiring me. Fuck that guy.
But no, I'm just wondering, am I talking into the fog or?
He's gonna take my shit.
Am I talking in the fog or is it worth it for me to keep going? Because of course I don't know what I'm sounding like, so.
How the hell do I get out? Just out. They'll let me through over here?
Oh, look at all the just mess.
On this side?
Is that glass?
I can't just go right there, officer. I just can't get out. I can? He said I can get out. All right.
And that's
But
the
he
thing.
told me to go this. Okay, all right.
They'll also tell him different things because he's quote unquote
Watch your back,
media.
watch your back.
Thank you, Nebulous. Yeah, even a year later, I still think of myself. It's like, do I just sound like a bozo
Fucking dickhead.
sitting here talking?
He just went into my bag and stole my shit.
Yeah, I figure I'll
Who knows
probably
what else
be.
he took?
You're right. What else did he take? I'll probably have the confidence in about another year. So, and yes, he does need to hum Buffalo Hump. How much of that mess was there before the protest? It was clean. It's a federal building. See the streets there? It was clean.
I'll be right back, Kathy. I'll be right back.
I think you hit some switch because you're broadcasting entirely in Spanish. I wish. I wish I could speak Spanish.
So fucking pissed, man.
It's also downtown. Weirdly
Cops are
enough,
just not allowed to, without any type of probable cause that I committed a crime. That's what it requires. What crime did I commit that he suspected?
yeah. See
He
downtown
essentially
right
did
now?
a stop and frisk
That's the way it looks. So no, it wasn't all
of a guy on a fucking scooter.
Skid Row.
Hey, say everybody, listen to me. 41161 at LAPD.online. Again, that's 41161 at LAPD. No, I'm sorry. Is it LAPD? No, not .com. At
.org.
LAC. Oh, fuck. Hold up. I got LAPD.online.
Online.
41161 at LAPD.online. Maz, can you post that in the chat? Send that motherfucker an email. Let him know that he's not allowed to illegally search. I just want his email flooded. I'll take care of the rest of that shit.
I don't blame him. I'd be mad too, especially if that's all he's got to drink.
41161 at LAPD.online. Let him know that he can't just go ahead and make illegal searches.
Because everything around the its retail is closed. So. And like you said, $5 Red Bulls, Jesus, that stuff adds up eventually. So. In 6
Yeah,
months,
the motherfucker stop and rob me.
Streets will get a letter saying they investigated his complaint and determined it was unfounded. Yeah, even though there's a few people's lives probably. I'm probably not the only one restreaming him. So. This is the weird part. No cop is gonna rob you. Yeah, right.
Hey, what's going on? Oh, fuck. I don't want to get shot. I'm in the wrong spot.
Protest zombies, that's what they look like. Jason said 6 months. They've been answering his complaints around the 11-month and 25-day mark, so it expires before you can ask for a second opinion.
It's not the point. It's not a point about just taking Red Bull. You don't have a right to just stop and fucking search somebody just because you want to see what's in the bag, what's in my backpack.
Okay, we're gonna go away from the streets for a little while. Son of a beast.
Automated vehicles?
Easy to stop, and protesters appear to be taking advantage of that and using these
Are we in Terminator right now?
automated vehicles as
How many Waymos is that?
and unknown what
Why do they look like they have sombreros on? I've never heard of that. We don't have that. I live in
set one on fire. These
olden
are
days, I
freaking
guess,
Jaguars.
in Minnesota here.
completely destroyed.
What the fuck is going?
These are freaking Jaguars, man. They're $100,000 cars. This is not good. I mean, they're hilarious, but they actually work. Defacing the other cars is interesting, but setting one on fire, do you really have to set one on fire? This is not going to end well. Now I'm going to have to go tell Streets that they set a Waymo on fire. So, yeah. I hope I spelled it right. Let's go back to him. Oh, wait, that was the cattle car that was there yesterday. That they were transporting people in. Just to see if he knows it. Yeah, Jason, you're right. If they got to the Waymos, it wouldn't be hard to get to the food robots. But those, this is downtown. I don't know how far Hollywood is away from it. If they do it in Hollywood, do they do it here? Yeah, vandalizing stuff is the problem. Putting on the
It's going to be a bad situation. You hope it's not an explosion and people aren't too close. But
Oh boy.
I know if I were near,
They're called Waymos because they have the Waymo flames on them.
the destruction continues here.
Oh, there you go. He's lighting that one.
they're doing another one.
Yep.
Damn it!
They're trying to.
Ran out of fuel, thankfully.
Ah,
Could ignite. And now,
Ooh, Jessica Palmdessa is down with this.
again, this is
yes.
something
Waymo is testing them out. Yeah, they're testing. Yeah, they're testing them out in the LA market right now. It's going well.
get these folks out.
Does Jess know about this? I think she's around a Waymo. Might not. Yep, she's around the Waymos. Damn it. Kathy, it's not necessarily protesters. It's not coming for rogue actors to vandalize. Let's blame it on the protesters. Yes, that's why I said at nighttime it's going to get worse because that's when the thugs come out. Yeah, if these are also electric cars, the batteries will explode.
Man, once those batteries start going,
Yep. I know, the photo op people are just amazing.
the batteries are no joke.
And they'll find out when it goes off. See, people are trying to tell them to get away from it. Somebody said, come on, Darwin, on Streets feed. Which is Film the Police LA. I know him as Streets because it's a Scientology channel that I first found him on. Yeah, the Waymos are electric, Jason. So, Streets just said it too. And electric batteries blow up.
Oh my
They
God,
do
there's
not.
all these Waymos.
Yeah, that's why you should never set an EV car, or EV, I always say EV car, on fire because the batteries are like regular Duracell batteries, but just bigger and they explode. This is when they start losing cred, is when they're doing this, unfortunately. So hopefully there are other people somewhere else. Oh, God. It's just, it feels like it's what, you know, it feels like waiting for an explosion and watch everybody go, oh crap, and then they'll all leave. That one car you can see in the back. Yeah, the white smoke. I see it on the other channel. It's like, yeah, that's not good. There were a ton of Teslas here in Florida that went up in flames when the hurricanes came through. Batteries and saltwater don't mix. Yep. And this is why even if the fire department, it has to be this special chemical like stuff they put on it. And now they're going into it. Somebody's probably trying to set it on fire. It's like, great. There are 2 cars that are burning. Even Streets should be getting away at this point. I used to have to deal with them in Palo Alto and Mountain View, always in my way. I don't think we saw one yesterday. I think they've taken them off the road in San Francisco. for the time being. Because, you know, that's one of the things we want to do one of these days is take a Waymo around the city. And that's probably, I didn't see one yesterday. So yeah, finding out the hard way. And I wish I could tell Streets not to do it. He knows it's going to blow up too. They have a special blanket. Yeah. It was sort of like the 90s and the Halon drops. You had to use a special foam for it. Water just doesn't go well. I wish he'd tell them to move. But they wouldn't listen to him anyway, I'm sure. Oh, okay. People are backing him up. Good. Oh, good. I don't know how far do you think? It's like, how many, probably 2 batteries in the back. I'm trying to remember. Because they talked about Teslas constantly here when they first came out. And when the Cybertruck crashed in Piedmont and killed the college kids.
Gravity. Oh, hi. How are you doing?
That little pop was a tire. I learned that yesterday from him.
Yeah, I have a liability lawsuit case. Like they shot me with a rubber bullet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
And the civil rights attorney I am talking with is like got a full caseload. They're trying to find somebody else, but I was wondering if you had. I messaged you, but like I'll message you.
Somebody's telling.
Send me another way. It's hard to get civil rights attorneys. It really is.
Yeah, I know. But they targeted me. Like they here at the protest.
Someone's telling them that they use Jaguars and not Waymos. And somebody said it right. It's not a protest any longer. Not at this spot. And I can probably get off after this car does something wrong. Oh, God. Oh, another protester taking another picture. At least they're bright enough not to go up to it. Who are these people going up? Cops. Oh, no, just idiots trying to take pictures. Oh, God. It's like, this is when Darwin hits, unfortunately. I'm a total control freak. I would not be able to handle being driven in a Waymo. It's a shame, Jason. And Carrie Ann, I'm with you. How far back? I don't know. I wouldn't be as close as people are, but my anxiety is old. Twitter child number 4 drove during the errands today, and I'm still a wreck. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how much they explode because I never watched the explosions, and since they're SUVs, they might have more than one battery. And those batteries are like in flat. So that's the
when
that
those
was
batteries
also
start going off, they go fucking wild.
that was one of the things that the batteries take up too much room, so you couldn't have a trunk, basically, or the front like a Beetle. They are hella close. I wish at least the cops would come here. Now they're defacing another one on
Not
Mercado.
something back, because when that battery explodes, it's nothing nice.
Keep Streets up and show you what the other one is doing. I think the battery's in the front. See, even he's knowing. Let's put him on mute and him on sound.
What? Oh my God, John.
Yeah, drone up too there.
John, look at my location. Look
That's
at my
Jess.
location. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
So he's showing Jess's.
John in the chat says they will remember this in the machine wars. The first casualties of the AI war. The Waymos will retaliate.
It just blew up.
That's just like the Delamain in Cyberpunk. Do they talk to you and everything? Oh, they're good. The car's going up. It's sparking. I just saw. Come on, go full screen with the car.
Oh God! Don't go full screen with the car. Hand out your medallions to all those people running for the Darwin Awards. Yeah, Jason.
I'm standing
right here, right by the...
Yeah, it is hard to watch when the Mischief Makers take over. That's why I'm just going to show it till the explosion, just to show people how far it's going to be.
Oh my God! What are you doing? You're gonna blow up. Get away from it. Stop.
God, the Ninja
Why
Warrior.
are you
There's
doing
always a Ninja Warrior. Oh, I hate that guy.
Do they have more on fire?
They're
Or
still
is it just
too
the one? They
close.
are so close to that. You can see it sparking up, dude.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't blow
like
up.
a Russian tank, dude.
Right here, John.
LA turret toss here with the Waymo hat, about to go flying, dude. Get the
All right,
fuck
that's all
out
I
of
can
there.
do. You need to go to my location.
It's bizarre that he has Jess's voice on.
They're about to blow it.
Guys, like the stream. Oh, another car must be on fire. Two cars on fire now. I see another one.
Yeah, he's on Jess's stream.
So, hey, like the video, share the stream. It's probably turning into riot zone now because you see things burning here like objects.
Don't need to hear him promoting himself. Let's put Jess up. I know, it's sort of like, weirdly enough, just waiting.
All right, now multiple are on fire.
Yeah, I think after this I'm going to turn it off. I mean, completely. Just not even bother watching. Getting numbers down. It's what everybody should do, is just try to stop watching these things to get the numbers down so they'll stop covering it. Because this is just going to get ugly after this. Or go only to specific people. So... Okay, I don't know where Jess is. Oh wow, it's that close. I'm watching this one on the other computer. I am really behind on the other one. They still haven't exploded. I'm glad they haven't, but I'm worried.
3 cars on fire now.
3 on fire now. Girls. It's just so mind-boggling that nobody bothered to tell them when they were doing it not to do it because they're electric. I know it sounds weird, but sometimes the thugs listen when you talk. The windows of those businesses are going to be shattered when those Waymos go boom. Well, we'll see how what the Jaguars are at, because I figure the Teslas actually would have, in my opinion, blown up already. So that's the thing. So maybe whatever battery Jaguar is using, which I would assume would be a Tesla, I assume. So there are 2 now on Street's feed, but he said there are 3. None of them exploded yet, which would be, I think, 1 just exploded. But nobody's running, which is good. But that was a big bang. That wasn't just a tire exploding. Or did that one explode? Yeah, this is where the National Guard need to be at. And you know they ain't coming here. So it just looks better if they're burning, nobody takes care of them. They can say, oh, they were left there, blah, 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 which is crap. Oh, God. It seems to have attracted more people. What's exploding? Mercado, I've got on the big screen. That's why I keep looking up. They haven't gotten to them. They've got really good compartments. That would be nice, wouldn't it? They have really good fireproof compartments. That should be caught up on mine. Says I'm behind by 7 seconds. Actually, I can do this the hard way. Nothing's exploding yet. This should be... No, this is... Okay, there we go. That should be on time. And I think that's Jess. So they haven't exploded yet. They're all the way down to the ground. That means they have amazing casements. It means you can get in an accident in a Waymo and not have to worry about it. So let's see. There are probably 10 to 12 individual cells in the battery pack, which should be sealed in heavy steel. It may take a few cells to explode before the pack itself explodes. Thank you, Jason. Yeah, I'll see you in 20 minutes. So we're showing now. I think I'm going to go to me over here so I can see. I haven't bothered to check what I look like. Isn't that funny? Not. Okay, it's not that bad. It's not great, but it's not that bad. Okay, the feed is bigger than me, so. Oh, God.
Wait, hold up. Toby, wait.
It's good that Jaguar has a good casement. Teslas have poor casements. Yeah. I mean, yeah, look at them. If they were Teslas, they would have exploded by now. So in a weird way, that's good.
I think that's already.
Well, at least some people know they're saying go. Oh yeah, throw the cone at them, you fool. Oh yeah, let's kill some environment there, and throwing a cone at the fire would do better. Yeah, these are people who are into it just for the fire. And yeah, there's a delay of about 7 seconds because I'm looking at it on the television. Something's popping. I have 7 people. Okay. 31 likes. I'll buy that for $1. Especially considering I have no clue what I'm doing right now. Not bad. And I've been on for almost 3 for 2.5 hours. Oh my God. Does not feel like it. Hello from Raymond James Stadium. Hi, Dusty. Doing the protests. It's been interesting. Now I'm hoping that Waymos don't explode because electric batteries will explode like Duracells. So it also proves that those are probably $100,000 SUVs that they just blew up or caught on fire. So since they're Jaguars. And yeah, we're just listening to the alarms going off now at this point. Turn down just a little. Okay. I mean, those noises don't bother me. That's the thing. But I'm definitely keeping an eye out on what's going on because, yeah, it looks like they're farther back on one side than the other. I'm sure it's just a illusion. Oh, IRT Media looks really scary. It's the angle. It's all about the angles nowadays, you guys. So, do I have them up here? Yeah, see? Look at that angle. Scary, isn't it? Looks like there are people rioting and blowing crap up.
You back?
Yeah.
What a fucking day, huh? What a fucking day, dude.
It's been crazy, man.
Hell yeah.
And I think the delay is about 15 seconds.
Sorry, bro.
All about the angles. So now we're back to streets again. So, I know, it's like, it's so weird. It's watching something you know is going to happen. But it hasn't happened yet, so. Yeah, Dusty, we have 3 Waymos on fire. Sorry.
No, it's Eric. Hey, what's going on, man? What's up, man?
And we're waiting for the Jaguars to explode,
Say that again.
unfortunately. Somebody said batteries. That's amazing it's taken this long.
Around here.
It's like you can't tell rubber bullets, pepper balls, smoke grenades. They're all blending in now. I don't learn from walking away from it. Yes, without a fire truck appliance in sight. Yeah, there won't be. They do not send fire departments into quote unquote riot areas. They never have. This is how South Central burned down because they said it was too dangerous for them to go in there. So it's the same crap they're pulling here. You know, they didn't go take care of the Waymos because it was too dangerous to be there. Looks really dangerous to me. So, look at at this. Amazing. They have the largest one, or the first fire is down the street. So where he's pointing the camera, that's the first fire. This is the last fire. So that noise could be batteries. Jason explained it earlier. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Jason. But it's not blowing in their direction, so they're clear of it. So it's the people on the other side that are probably going through the ick. Oh. It's a firework that's been going off. Firework? That doesn't make sense.
I almost got hit. I gotta move.
Oh, I'm an IRT. On streets. I'm like, that doesn't look like streets. Oh, so the National Guard is finally there? Somebody said in stream that it was the National Guard that were there. I don't even see any cops though. Look at it. Oh my God, something exploded. Look at the first one. The one that's almost on the ground. It has not exploded. And if it has, it's been minor. That's amazing. Those definitely aren't Teslas at all. If this isn't a good advertisement for Jaguar EVs, I don't know what is, unfortunately. It's a protest, got to bring fireworks with you. Yeah, if it stayed in the air or stayed on the ground and didn't set off things, at least they're not bright enough to. Anyway, I was going to say something. I was like, no, someone might find it later. No, Nebulous fire departments do not take an oath to save lives. Because that would mean they'd have to run into buildings that are on fire. So no, they do not take an oath to save lives. Jesus. The guy in the skateboard with the guy running behind him. Ooh, he's so cool. What is that? I've gotten to the point now where my ears can't tell the difference between anything blowing up. Okay, if you see yellow smoke, there's the potential for the battery pack to explode. That's what Jason just said.
How's it going, man?
Well, it's not yellow, but it isn't gray either. So is it, oh, it would be chemical yellow, wouldn't it? Okay. Now I can go back to Mercado on mine since I've seen it. Okay, I know what I look like. It hasn't exploded. Is it gonna burn out? We have to make sure that it burns out. What time is it? Okay. So, it looks like it's gonna stop. Actually, on this one, I can make it bigger. Duh. Even though it's only a 13-inch screen, I might bring the beast back up.
I'm so pissed about my Red Bulls, man. Shit.
We can show this one. Look how close they are. Oh my God, I hope they don't explode. It's like, people. Unless somebody got the 411 on if they would explode or not. Oh God, it's him again. Nobody's burned out yet. That's the thing. That one that he's just passing, that one is weird looking. Wow, it looks like it's so strange. Yep, this is what happens when you're downwind. That's when it's like hard to breathe. So, but we don't see anything. So they're actually going to make it without exploding. Which I am actually happy about. I'm not amused that they burned them, but I'm glad that they're not exploding and hurting people. I know it sounds weird, but you'll rationalize anything you can sometimes. So, what the hell's a car doing there? Did somebody Uber this? Weirdly enough, it's California. I wouldn't be surprised if it was an Uber. So, we're burning down, which is good. There looks like there's still a lot of electrical wires burning. Okay. So, yeah, what are they lighting cherry bombs and throwing in the air? You know, people do lose their hands that way. On Mercado, they're showing the two that are burning down, but you can barely see the one in the back still has a little fire to it. So, and finally, they're going to bring the fire trucks. I'm trying to keep an ear out. I heard an emergency vehicle, but I don't know what it is. So the message being sent out is start fires to keep law enforcement away. Makes sense. Nope, that's been going on forever, dear. We all know that. That is no underground secret. Trust me. And they have always like quantified it with it would, you know, hurt the policemen and it would cause more because then people will be taking the policemen and holding them hostage. Blah 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 blah. So interesting. The thing is that not all cars are going to make it if it does. And still, this other car that's Uber in the middle of everything. Oh, he's the one with the horn. So some guy is trying to get across this road, and so he drives on it, and then sits on his horn. I don't get people. I really don't understand what's going through that person's mind. That's what I should do. It's like, not try to be like on top of the protest, but just talk about people that I don't understand what they're doing. So, actually, a bizarre thing is the fact that it's burning down to the ground. It's like, are Jaguars fiberglass or something? You know, plastic? There's not even a cage attached to it. Downwind. I did not understand that dress. That was like a party dress. LA, man. On the other channel, they're standing on an Uber, or not an Uber, a Waymo. Bird brains. There's two burning. I don't know what that was. What was it? Because they're going to start the one they're standing up on fire if nothing explodes. And it could be just pure luck why it isn't. So we'll see what's going on. And now Streets is leaving. I don't blame him. So my GPS told me to go this way. Yeah, I actually believe that. Which direction to the hills? Yes. I just know to stay away from Jaguars since Tata's Motors bought them. They know nothing about luxury cars. They're famous for their $3,500 car. That was a battery cell. Okay. I was wondering. On Mercado's channel, they've got somebody who's standing on top of a Waymo with a flag sticking his like middle parts out. What is it? Not with the middle parts, but sticking that area out. And he's got a mask on. Ooh, that's really, hey dude, you're so cool. Say, oh wow, you're such a man that you can't show your face. Oh, and people want to take pictures with him. Okay, I'm getting off that channel. And Jess is showing him sort of too. Look at how Jess shouldn't be that close, but oh well. I still have street speed on, that's why. This guy on top of the damn car. At least it's not on fire. And yeah, I don't understand it. And
You asked for this. You created all this. You stirred all this up. I'm so sunburned. How you feeling? A little bit of fun. Yeah. Are you on TikTok? I can't
sorry,
imagine
I'm just
you-
like,
TikTok didn't take you down.
okay, I'm calling it.
Yeah.
I think we're done. So I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully from the org.
Oh, that's amazing.
And
That's amazing.
at least the Jaguars didn't explode. So you guys have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow.
I've been trying. It's just impossible. Yeah.
At either 2 or 4, because Scooter Mom goes on at 3. So I don't know which one yet.
It's a little too late.
So I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Ciao, Bellas.